Welcome back to another episode of Out of the Blank podcast. It's Mr. Jason Latona. He's back again. It's been a couple of years since he's been on the show. He's got to show the bicep. You know, we've known each other for a year and a half now.
That's depressing.
Why? You don't like my
I
show?
don't know. No, I love your show. I just do time, guys. Time goes by too fast.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
The earth is flat and the world is not moving. So time is not happening.
I'm not even talking about that.
We're not going to, because I don't want to waste 2 hours of my life not posting an episode.
There we go.
I used it in my astrophysics episode, though. I was bringing up all your points and she refuted them all. So you'll have to listen to that.
Fuck them. Get us both on the fucking station at the same. Why does our fucking hand up?
It's hard enough to get you on at one time.
Dude, get me on with any of those motherfucker astrophysics. I will shoot them down to the ground and they will cry and they will fucking. I'm gonna say, listen to me before we start. I just want to apologize for making your entire life's work and all the fucking time and you studied and everything like that. I apologize because it's a big fucking bunch of bullshit. And then I would proceed.
And then you would bring up God, and then they would laugh in your face.
Well, they can laugh. They're not going to. They're not going to be laughing soon. I've been predicting everything that's going on right now.
I've been calling it. It's like I Am Legend. I'm going to wait 6 months and then see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a fucking. That's weed, not COVID. To all our new listeners who don't know my background. Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I mean, who knows? That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's so funny because I feel like the stuff that I normally like to talk about, the taboo stuff, the vaccines, the earth, the BLMs, all that stuff. I figure you're like on there, you're on board. You're fucking talking about that shit too. So I figured we got to talk about like cooking or something.
Yeah, I prefer that. A lot of my episodes have been focused like very serious, and it's funny because the episode.
Yeah, I know.
I've been getting a lot of crap from them. What do you want to call the liberals on the Twitter? They've been saying, well, you're just like Joe Rogan. You're spouting off nonsense. And I'm like, what? That I don't feel comfortable right now in the area that I'm in. I always feel pressured into things. I don't do drugs for a reason.
I do.
What kind of drugs? Meth?
No, I don't do meth.
You got the vibe for it, though. Coming at me with some aggressive tones.
Maybe it's meth. Maybe that's what they secretly, those old Folgers commercials. We've secretly replaced their store-bought coffee with instant coffee. We secretly replaced his strain of. I'm on Unicorn Bliss, but it's a shout out to all my weed friends. If you've never tried Unicorn Bliss, it used to be called Unicorn Piss, and they took it off the market and they changed the name. I don't know why. I think Bliss actually does make kind of more sense.
Sounds better.
And it sounds better. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm a big fan of all things unicorn. So if they come out with unicorn shit, unicorn jizz, I'll fucking probably smoke it. But the thing is this Unicorn Bliss, dude. I mean, I've smoked like, have you ever done, what do they call it? Like concentrates, like shatters and stuff like that. Dabs.
Yeah, I've done hash.
See, I never had that.
I've had a quarter-sized dab before. It was meant for my buddy, but he ended up getting too high. He's like, dude, you got to hit this. And then I took the whole thing and cleared it. And I don't really remember most of the night. I just remember there was cocaine involved and also a bloodhound. And that's not a joke.
So that's the thing. I've had that kind of experience with dabs too. But this Unicorn Bliss strain, for whatever the piss is in it, dude, my wife and I, we take like one hit and I'm like so high. Dude, like my wife will take one hit and she's like my wife's like, Sarah's like witty when she needs to be, but like, dude, she takes a hit of that shit. She's fucking like young Ellen DeGeneres, not the lesbian part, but the comedian part,
I love it how you said that part and not the eating babies or any of that type of stuff.
Nah, Ellen, she's under a lot of pressure. Sometimes when you're under a lot of pressure, you want to eat a fucking infant.
I'm not rationalizing that. You're on your own boat in this sea.
Unicorn Bliss.
Maybe Unicorn Piss does sound better if you're trying to give it like a thug end vibe to it, but I don't see a nice.
I'm on that piss, Nick. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
What'd you just say?
I'm on that piss, Nick.
Don't say that. Don't do
that.
Nick. Stop.
Nick.
Stop. What are you doing to my show?
Disclaimer. You have a disclaimer. It's fine.
I don't have any disclaimers on my
I said
show.
NICC, Nick. Peace, Nick.
This is like goddamn. Gad.
That's why I do like the fact that when you texted me this morning, you said the gad, and I was almost like, Robbie's taking the Lord. Oh wait, he said gad. Never mind.
I use it in so many podcasts. I'm like,
it's real. It's. My dad was way ahead of his time. He had no idea there was going to be podcasts and so many damn offender fucking little faggot pussies around. But he was ahead of his time. And is that another one I can't say?
Yeah.
Nah, I can say it.
I
They
don't know.
are. They are. When you can't. Okay, just like the South Park. You ever seen the South Park episode with
They
the
get
F word?
sued a lot.
Well, okay. Well, we don't have that kind of money, but that the South Park episode, the F word. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just it's so true. It's like the guy's like, he's like, okay, look, you're in a light. You're gonna make a turn, and the light turns green, but the other the other cars are still coming in your turning lane. Right as the light's about to go yellow, you're gonna make a turn. Some asshole in a fucking yellow BMW cuts you off, and you miss the light. What's the first thing that goes through your head? And the guy's like, faggot. He's like, yeah. Were you thinking anything about the dude's sexuality? No, you were just like, because he's being a fucking faggot.
Stop
He's like,
saying it.
but and then they say to him, so wait a second. So wait, they're in front of a judge, and the judge is like, this is making an obscene amount of sense. Okay, so let's just say you're a straight man and you're looking to buy a motorcycle. What are you called then? He's like, bike curious. He's like, what? He's like, bike curious. He's like, dude, I said, how hard is it? He's like, so wait a second. What if you're a gay guy who drives a Harley? He's like, then you're a gay fag. He's like, is this really that hard? But yeah, so that's but if you're liberal, dude. So at work, I was watching this, literally watching. Do you ever watch Louder with Prouder?
Slow down, damn it. Yes, I've seen them.
Louder with Prouder or Slightly Offensive.
Yeah.
And they go on Twitter and they literally just fucking make fun of like people with blue hair and fat people eating. Dude, I watched this woman, fat woman, eat a cereal out of her stomach. She used her stomach like a bowl.
That's inventive. That's not even. I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah, yeah, but it was that's what I'm saying. It's more impressive than fucking horrible. But then it got horrible again because it was one of it looks like she was in Captain Crunch and like one of the fucking pieces went into her belly button. She dug in her belly button, ate the fucking Captain Crunch. And I'm like, this is the world. This is the fucking world. It's so funny, man. You know,
I have to watch those videos where you restore faith in humanity by seeing people do amazing things. But then after like 20 minutes of that, I just start watching car accidents where people are like flying through the air in their car. And it's like, it sounds horrible, but that's how it goes. Are you dying? Are you okay?
Yeah, that caught me off guard.
What? Did they just fly? Dude, there was a video of a dude, he pulled up beside a car and he just started punching this dude's rear view mirror, like the side mirror. He's punching it. And the guy's like screaming at him and flicking him off. And then the dude starts to drive and the dude just takes his truck. And I guess he's just like, fuck it. And then just rams his
I
truck
saw that
right
one.
into the guy.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
America.
Yeah, it's fucked up here, man. Who would have fucking thought?
I don't know.
And dude, who would have thought that like America, fuck yeah, you know, home of the free, the brave, thou don't tread on me, all this shit like that. Who would have thought it would be taken over by fucking like catered every bedroom over backwards to people who were like kind of pussies. Like the pussies of the world are getting they're the bullies. The pussies of the world are the bullies. Like you said, like you'll get pressure that to get.
I just hit the top 1.5% in all podcasts. Can you not fuck my show over?
No, this will go, dude. This will get it fucking higher up.
Everybody's gonna comment. Who's this asshole in the red hat? Guys, he's a Power Ranger. There you go. Now you're safe.
No, dude, I hope they're doing that because it'd be awesome. I feel like it's like in Anchorman 2 where they're like, finally someone talking sense on the TV. That's what I think. That's what I think. Well, that's what I hope, at least, you know. And, but yeah, I feel like, you know, the pussies are the bullies of the world because, again, I can, like you were saying this the other day, you just showed it to me. I watched it. So unless I was dreaming the whole thing, but, you know, you were talking about the pressure of getting a vaccine. And if you're, you know, but if they can do that, that's a normal pressure. You should put that pressure on people. But what if the same thing, what if you and I pressured people to go to the gym every day, eat healthy?
You'd be fat shaming. You can't even tell somebody to lose weight or it's because COVID attacks like high obesity levels.
Sure. Right.
You can't even tell people to lose weight or that you'd be fat shaming. It's like, but it's for health issues.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That health issue matters. Our health issue that actually is the real health issue that, you know, we're saying if you took care of yourself better, you eat, you know, less processed food. And I'm not saying you got to be a saint. Dude, I love getting Taco Bell on the weekend, you know, but I'm just saying for the most part, does your lifestyle is your lifestyle making you bigger and shittier looking like if you're starting to look like the end of Wally, you should not do something about it. Like the people in Wally. But I mean, if your lifestyle is or slowing you down, you know what I mean? You're like, I know a lot of times when I need to clean up my diet, and I don't physically change how I look so much, but it does change how I feel, especially as I've gotten older. And but again, we're giving like real solid advice that is not conspiracy or anything like that, and it will cover pretty much every ailment. I mean, there's so many studies out there that say you can basically fix anything in your body with the right diet and or fasting, because if fasting it shows how it rebuilds your cells and on a rebuilds your body on a cellular level. It's fucking incredible. But if we say that, like I said, we're opinionated. We're crazy, dude. Why would we want to force our opinion on you? Who would ever do that?
The world does that 24/7. You can't say certain things. You can't do certain things. I think it's just eventually going to get to a point where, like, I can sense, obviously, you say things that are funny, but they're horrible things you can't say. But you don't actually mean, like, you don't hate anybody. That's the
No,
thing
I
is.
love it. I love everybody.
So, like,
I love
that's what
everybody.
people eventually see is that you'll start to be able to sense intent of if a person actually feels this way. But everybody hears something and they immediately think that, and then they try and chop you down. It's very, very strange.
Well, again, it's like the kind of thing. What if would you rather a guy be to your face, you're a friend. You have two friends. One guy is just to your face, but he's always so nice and he's complimentary. And hey, Robbie, you got the best podcast in the world,
No thanks.
and all this stuff like that. And he's a good guy on the surface. But you call him at 3 a.m. Go, dude, I just got a fucking flat tire. And that guy, or the guy that, bust your balls, this, that, whatever, and just is like, fuck you, dick, a guy like me. But you call me at 3 a.m. and I'm like, where you at? You're like, I'll be right there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the world almost prefers the first thing. Just be nice to my face, show me what I want to see, but don't actually be the person that you need me to be.
We fall for the optics and don't look at the whole real true intent.
Of
Everyone
course.
sees the very first thing, they like how something looks, and then they don't see what that, like, are you going to be friends with a person that's extremely hot, but they're an extreme asshole and all they do is beat the shit out of you and do all these things? It depends on how hot she is, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it's
Yeah.
all face value stuff. It's taking things for face value. I
Right.
don't
I
want to
mean,
get
that
into all the political stuff.
no. I'm just saying, but that's funny enough because say the way you worded it, that's literally, I live in Vegas and that's what Vegas is built off of.
I
You
stopped
know,
believing in Jennifer Aniston because she had to open up her mouth about if you don't get vaccines, I'm cutting you out of my life. She cut out all these
yeah.
friends. I'm like, why would you do that? You have plenty of fans that are just upset with how you're making this all political and shit.
Again, but it's agenda. They have to do that. But I was saying, like, that's what Vegas is, though, what you said about what people want to see or people get attracted to that initial thing. I mean, a slot machine is literally sitting there to take your fucking money. And it's in a room next to other slot machines. It's in a fucking building that's, cost billions, hundreds of millions of dollars to take your money. But it can't just flat out say, and we all know it, a slot machine's there to take your money,
But
but
there's a
yet
reward.
there's a reward, and then there's the glitz and the freaking thing that it just looks so damn
And then
appealing.
fucking dead old lady just hitting the cranker wheel over and over again until someone swipes her off the machine.
Yeah, yeah. That was my grandparents. They would come. I remember when I was a kid before I came to Vegas when I was like 21, 22 for the first time. And I had never any desire to go to Vegas because the only thing I knew of Vegas, not when you're 21 now and you're like, dude, let's go to Vegas. There's fucking tits everywhere. And
Tits,
you
yeah,
you eat
tits.
ass, at the buffet. It's just ass and pussy. And
I hope you're not mixing ass with the seafood. That's not surf and turf that I want.
that's a good one. I'd eat some fucking. I'm
Write
just
that
hungry.
joke down. Save it.
Unicorn bliss makes you hungry. It's like Ron. Dude, I watched Anchorman 2 the other day. I love the line. He tries to kill himself. The first thing he says after they're at like a Waffle House, he's like, suicide makes you hungry. I don't care what anybody says. It's such a great line. But what the fuck was like? Oh, but yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know what I was fucking saying. We were saying something about Vegas, and I was saying my grandparents are, and yeah, I like for me, I came to Vegas when I was 21, and I was like, oh my god, I want to live here one day. Because I only thought of it as like a giant bingo hall, where old people go. Because that's what my grandparents did. They would save up all their money. And I remember my grandparents coming home bragging, my grandmother bragging, I can't even move my arm from cranking the slot machine so hard. Did you anything? No, I lost everything. Like, what the fuck's going on? That's a true story.
I tried to get into stocks with Robinhood just recently, but I can't do it. I invested in Dogecoin because Dogecoin's like $1 in Dogecoin is like so many shares because it's 0.002647%. So then you're getting so much money.
Is this was that like a plug? Was that like an ad?
No,
Oh, I thought it was.
I was just telling you what
Dude,
I'm
I
doing
hate
with
I
my
hate when
free time.
people like try to do like product placement and shit like that.
They're
It's
not even
fucking,
sponsoring me.
I'm gonna get them to watch. If you're out there and
Get your hot friend on my show,
which one?
the arm wrestling lady who caught the 300-pound fish.
Oh, Sarah Backman. Yeah, I mean, why don't you just message her?
I did.
Send, oh, did she not see it?
She said I don't do podcasts with children.
Did she really?
Yeah.
I would love that she said that.
I would hurt my feelings. Would you like that?
Did
Even
she
more?
actually really say that?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, dude, that's fucking badass.
Has
I
like
like
a
her.
million something followers.
I like it. I like her even more now.
Wow, that hurts. I thought you cared about me.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the first thing that went through my mind. If I would have saw you before I heard your voice, I wouldn't have. I pictured you like 45.
Wow, my voice sounds like
35.
that. I gotta stop
Yeah,
smoking.
no, 35 to 45. No, I remember the voicemail. You probably still have it. You're like, hey man, about like,
Hey,
and I was like,
man.
dude, this guy. Yeah, you're like, hey man. I was like,
To my
Beetlejuice.
show.
Yeah, you're like, hey man, take you tell him large Bart sent you. No, it was like, no, I remember hearing you, and I was like, oh, dude, this guy, guy asked me to do a podcast thing, and I said yeah right away, and a guy had a really cool voice, and so yeah, I'm excited. And then like I look up and see you, and I'm like, that's fucking Spider-Man. I don't want to just podcast Spider-Man. But I closed my eyes. The first podcast I did with that, I closed my eyes. The first two, the second one, I had my eyes open a little bit, so I can gradually work my way up to looking at you.
I was looking through all my old episodes and stuff. I did improve a little bit compared to the beginning. I was like, no wonder why a lot of people that I told about the podcast in the beginning don't listen to the show anymore because they're like, it's the same shit. No, I've evolved. Listen to my show. It's great. We have amazing guests and conversations.
Yeah, your beard's gotten bigger too.
I know it's thicker. I like it.
Look at mine.
It's still busted from when I slipped when I was skating and busted my whole jaw.
Yeah, mine's just shit. I can't grow any hair like in that cool spot up here that like the hot
Dude,
like
mutton chops.
Greek guys can buy. No, not that. Not like Wolverine. I'm talking about like my 5 o'clock shot. It should start here to give me like a 5 o'clock shadow, but I don't grow any fucking. I got like 7 hairs here and 9 hairs.
You have the
there.
classic like I'm from Jersey douche look.
That's perfect. That's what I really Jersey. I feel like I look like I'm from fucking.
You're just very stocky for a short.
Arkansas.
I didn't realize how small you were until I saw your gym videos. I was like, you're like 5'4".
What the fuck? I'm 5'8".
You're so short.
I'm 5'8".
You look
I'm
like,
not saying I'm tall. I'm not that short. Shit,
I know, but you look like
5'4".
in your videos. I was like, damn, he's like you were. I guess it's because the people you take pictures with are like 10 times the size of you, or you look like just like a.
Well, a lot of guys I take pictures with are like fucking, like giant dudes that I work out with. I can't work out with dudes that are like normal people size. I'll kill them.
I wonder if they take like an injection of your DNA, they could find that you have like Neanderthal DNA.
Who, me?
Like Joe Rogan looks like a chimp in a way. You kind of have that whole stocky chimp.
You know what it is? I just realized this, dude. I've been working on my fucking traps a lot, and that's what it is. My fucking trap. Like my wife said the other day, she gave me a hug. She's like, "Your traps are like really fucking big," and I'm like, "That's all I've been doing. I've been working on my traps a lot." So I feel like that's probably making me like mix my fucking.
Were you shirtless when she hugged you?
Look at that, dude. I'm fucking. Yes, I was.
Were you practicing your Aquaman scenes?
No. Dude, I live Aquaman now. Look at me. I just look like
I just picture Sarah
was...
finding you like drowned in your bathtub because you're practicing Aquaman.
If I was on Unicorn Bliss, that's a real fucking high probability scenario right there. Dude, like you may have just fucking predicted the end of me. Like really. And it'd be creepy to go back and like, dude, I think that guy Robbie killed him, man. He knew exactly what was gonna happen. What happened? Dude, his wife found him with a fucking pen next to him underwater. A lot of that could happen. Take a pause. Take a break, everybody.
Maybe you should stop hitting that thing. Tell me a story about your dad.
No, dude.
I want another one. You left me on a good one. Why are you always choking? Ew. He's always dying on the mic. If he doesn't take a bathroom break, he's always either dying on the microphone.
I'm doing a lot of all of the above. I may fucking do a on like a suicide attempt as I just go in the water.
Get my views up.
Hold my breath. Yeah.
Drown yourself in the sink.
Anything for you.
Anything for the views and the fans.
Yeah. Um, fuck, dude. I don't know. Dude. Yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I mean, because I never look at myself in the mirror. I'm looking at myself in my camera. And I do. I look like a fucking baboon, which is kind of cool. I like fucking baboons.
Do your
I
neighbors
like.
ever get scared when you walk by?
No, dude, I'm fine. Again, I'm like, I'm not that big. I'm like 5'8", like I'm like 195, 200, somewhere on there. And no, if they're anything, they're scared of it, scared of my fucking trucker hat and beard. They're like, this motherfucker will kill us, stab us.
He's killed
And I'm
3 of his
like,
cousins. He's on a loose.
someone's finally talking sense on the TV. I'm gonna put that in just for you in the audience. I'm gonna put that in one more time because the rule of threes is it's always funnier the third time. So I'm gonna find a really nice fucking way to segue that final one in. So yeah, so keep going. What do you want?
I don't know. You just made it awkward as shit.
Awkward man. That's what I'm either Aquaman or awkward man. One of the two.
So
But
how's the job going?
dude, things are good, man. I actually, you know what's funny? I got a that's what I told you, I got a meeting tonight. And
Personal
yeah,
trainer.
yeah, I am certified now. But I got my personal trainer.
Congratulations, Mr. Latona. You are now able to train people in the ways of the forcep, or I mean bicep, forearm.
I am. Yeah,
Or-
all of them. All of them. I can even train your butt and feet. You know what I mean? So if you're
Can you
looking to make
train
it,
my gooch? I want to be able to carry kettlebells from it.
yeah, we'll work on it. Yeah. So, yeah. But dude, I'm fucking crying over here from a fucking
You're choking and dying on some unicorn piss. Bliss.
but
Bliss.
bliss.
Hmm.
And no, yes, no, I'm real proud about that. I have some other stuff going on, and I'll tell you about it personally, like as soon as I can, which is pretty cool. But
What about my viewers?
I mean, I'm saying we can tell them later,
The
but
3
it's just
people.
you know, it's a good thing. Things are going way better than it was, like, you know, back when I was fucking working it where you know where, and you know,
Do you see that whole
um
shift though? Since if you look back at that episode we recorded when you left that job and where you are now, you're
sure.
in a way better state of mind.
No, I'm happy now, man. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like you're
yeah,
hiding
things are
something.
good. What?
You're hiding something.
Right now?
Yeah, behind your eyes, I can tell you got something going on.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe the fucking thing I'm doing or I'm getting ready to do, if it works. So it looks real good. It looks really, really
If you
good.
move your chair to the left of how I'm looking at you, is Sarah gonna be tied up on the ground? Nope. Okay.
No, there's the arm wrestling table though.
That's just a random. Why do you have to buy the window so people can look at you while you work out?
No, it's in my dining room because we had a dining and the arm wrestling table was on the patio, and when we never used either one. So I'm like, why don't we put the arm wrestling table in the and go? So now we actually like eating outdoors and arm wrestling in the dining room. Makes way more sense.
Your wife must really love you if she lets you design the house.
I don't design the house. I say, hey, can we put the arm wrestling? She's like, yeah, it's better. We just have very similar decorating taste. That's all it is. Someone's finally talking sense on the TV.
It
I may
wasn't
say it one
funny
more
the third
time.
time. It wasn't
I,
funny the third
I'm
time.
because I may say it one more time.
It was a bad spot for it. Just like that table by the window.
Dude, that one hurt my feelings. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
What's your what have you tried looking at clientele that might want to be able to
It's funny because I do have my cards for my it was the Las Vegas arm wrestling team cards, and I have them down at the gym, and I've had people like contact me and stuff, and yeah, I mean, I am there's a couple dudes I train right now out of my house, and they come over for like specifically for arm wrestling though. I'm saying where I like get on, you know,
the way you said it sounded like a prostitution ring. You're like, I have a couple dudes I train out of my house. I'm like, okay, well, that's how usually what the trainer ends up in the back cut shot of a Ford Focus where they're fucking in the back.
That's what it meant. Yeah. Yeah. Cause I train people out of my house. I mean, I have a male prostitute. I didn't say like I bang out of my, a couple dudes that bang out up here.
I'm not judging, man. Jesus.
No, I didn't think you were. But yeah. So yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I have, there's a couple things that got going on. I do enjoy what I do for work. Unlike the last time where we were talking about work, it was the most miserable thing I've ever done. And you know, what I do now is cool. You know, like we listen to podcasts, I listen to music, and you know, it's funny because I don't know if I said this to you before, or even like off the air. I told you that, you know, I've always been such a good talker, and I've always, because of my communication skills, I always lended myself to wanting to do these customer service jobs because I always made more money and I thought I was good at them. But like what's so funny with in this day and age, like I want to do nothing at all when it comes to customer service. I don't want to deal with people and shit. That they fuck everyone fucking sucks. Everyone's so damn entitled. And and I'm like, I'm actually grateful to be doing kind of a low key job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I
Because it's
guess.
funny because of doing the kind of work that I've done, and I even hate talking about it, but even I've done pretty high, like limelight work, whether it be Power Rangers stunt work, the Super Bowl halftime shows, and living in Singapore, and being a paid entertainer internationally. Um, you can tell someone, "What are you doing now?" I'm making T-shirts, and it's a hard. You're almost like it's a hard pill to swallow for yourself, looking at you through the eyes of another person. Is that weird or not? Does that make sense?
No, because I think of myself on a daily basis as a loser. But when I get a message from someone saying I really made their day or something with a podcast, just a random stranger, they definitely they stroke the ego a bit for sure. But I think in your own eyes, it's very hard to tell what your level of success is. And I think me and you are kind of the same in the aspect of not height. Jesus, man, 5'8", really? You look like you're 5'3". But I think in the aspect of like what we think we should be is way higher up than what we are at. And then we always judge on that we're never going to get there. And I think we're pretty successful if you really look at it. Like I look at you like you're very successful. You had so much that was in work that you did in the past, but you're still doing great things now. I mean, you haven't really slacked. I mean, your goals might have shifted a little bit and maybe your pace did, but you're not, I don't see you missing a step. You look good for your age. You're what, 55?
That hurt.
I'm just kidding. But I mean, if you really look at the grand aspects of things, you're a hero of your own story, but you're also probably one of the biggest villains in your own story as well, too. So subconsciously, you take yourself down every single time you can.
Well, like I said, no, what's funny is because if
Can you
again,
stop
I don't
adjusting
care.
that?
Does it change how you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
It gets like
really?
really loud and then really quiet.
Oh, I thought it's only for me because
No.
gets really loud or really quiet. Now I'm gonna fuck with you on purpose. Jesus. uh, um, but no, what I meant was I'm cool with me because number one, my wife, and it's funny, man. I'm Justin one more time. That was to piss you off. Um, my I okay, ironically enough, I'm at work and I'm listening to music, and I have just like whatever, some kind of playlist on, whatever, I don't
Not
know,
listening to my show?
2000s.
Really?
No, I was listening to music. I wanted to be in a good mood. And so I'm listening to In Sync. And so I'm listening to In Sync, and I'm thinking to myself, it was weird, man, because this like night or 2000s playlist or whatever it was like In Sync and Backstreet, but I was listening to these fucking songs, and what's crazy is to think like when those songs were popular, I was like right around those guys. I had my own record deal at the time. My sister was touring and doing her music, and I thought about all this stuff, and I got pretty sad. And I was at work, and I was like, man, what the fuck? Because I'm in there making t-shirts, and I'm like, what the fuck am I feeling right now? Like, did I just is like my life just a big fucking shit show? My Al Bundy, but in 2021's Al Bundy. And see how did it get really loud for you right there? Because it got really
Yeah.
loud for me. Yeah, I didn't even touch it. See, that's what I'm saying. It's so strange. And but then I think, something said to me, again, whether it's myself, God, the devil, the unicorns,
What about
someone said to me,
Jesus? You went right from God to the devil without
okay,
hitting
no, I'm
Jesus.
saying, you know what I mean?
How do you
But
know Mary's not talking to
because I know that.
you?
And whoever's talking, Abraham Lincoln, doesn't matter. But I heard, would you give that up to have Sarah? And I said yes. And that made me happy because I answered it honestly to whoever was asking me. You know what I mean? Because I would give all that up if I could, if that road didn't have my wife, but this and all this success, but the path that sometimes has been painful that I've been on now gives me my wife, I would take that path.
What hurts you more, the way that you look at yourself or the way that your wife envisions you?
What do you mean in my way? I don't
When you
understand.
feel bad about where you are in your life and you look at all the things, you're like, maybe my life's not doing it what I thought it should be doing. Do you feel bad for you or do you feel bad through your wife's vision?
No, not my wife's at all, because I know how she cares about me, and she only
Yeah.
knows me this way. You know what I mean? I mean, she knows me obviously as a performer, and
Because
she
that
doesn't
was the main
know.
thing we talked about last time when you were quitting your job was you were afraid of how your wife was going to look at you. That's why you were so worried about getting a job. So I was just curious to see is like,
Oh, like that. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not going to sound like, not to sound contradictory, but when it comes to I know that was me analyzing me. And but my wife never thought that way, but that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. So
that's
it's
what
the
we're
same thing.
saying.
I'm still yeah, I guess we're saying the same thing. Yeah, that was me, and thinking about her. On this one, it would be me thinking about me as well. Me the one doing the thinking, not me thinking what they're thinking. But fuck, that's complicated. But yeah, I think, yeah, it's more about me feeling, what would I, what should I be doing? Or, and then, like I said, if I think about it that way, I do get like, what the fuck, okay, what the fuck, God, Jesus, Lincoln, what the fuck, unicorns. But if I look at it from the point of, would I change anything if it meant me not having my wife? No, then I feel like all the paths led to good anyway. So
Well, the factor, I think training is probably the best thing for you. Can't believe I never even thought about that before. Mostly because you can craft out your own hours and do your own thing, but you're not a
yeah.
guy that is, you're a lot like how I am, where I don't like being put into like a system and a machine. We like the routines and stuff like that, but we don't like somebody ordering us to do something, which is like it's a foundation of respect in a way. But that's a training things are perfect for you. You might have a gym that you go to, but you can train your clients and work your own hours and do whatever you feel like. You can make your own schedule on that. Same thing with t-shirts. Everyone leaves you the fuck alone. You just print t-shirts all day. You got to do an order. You got to just get the order done. It's a task. It's not a time. It's a task.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. The time goes time goes by fast for the most part. And yeah, that with training, it's everything you said, plus the fact my wife works at a gym, and then that's the gym I want to train out of. My current gym that I belong to, and then and then on top of that, I actually really do, it's something I always I love seeing change in people. I love when people realize, they have a realization of like an, whether it's something physical, or like they see a physical change, and that inspires them, by changing their body, or when they do like they've never done a pull up before, and they finally do 5 pull ups or even one, you know what I mean? And there's that change. I really do enjoy that. On the other hand, it's the same thing I like when I want people to understand what I believe is true actually might be true, or say for the sake of my argument is true. Whether you're talking about what the shape of the earth is, or
Don't
is there
fucking go
God,
there.
or no,
Stop.
I'm not. But what I'm saying is, um, I think, I think if people, I don't know, if they do the research, open their eyes, pray. I don't know what the word verbiage is, but if they do that stuff, I feel like they'll be like, oh shit, he was right. But that's a scary thing. It's a scary thing sometimes. Sometimes you don't want to know someone was right. So like, if I told you, dude, I have fucking information about like your actual birth and who your real parents are. Like, I think there'd be part of you that want to know instantly, and then there'd be part of like, and could, for you, for the sake of you. But I think there's people out there like, fuck, I don't want to know that answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My
They'd want to know
that's
it, but they'd be afraid to.
that's my cousin's scenario. When I first met him, he's my long lost cousin. His dad died when he wasn't even, I don't even think he was born yet. And we didn't know that my uncle had a kid. And then we found him like what he's in his 30s, came over to our doorstep on Christmas Eve. And it was a whole experience. And I told him, if you write it down on a piece of paper, if I could tell you who your parents were, would you want to know who it was? And he goes, I never really wanted to. It just came to a point where he got older. I mean, doesn't take you off the path of who the people are that raised you. That old
Mm.
saying and stuff. But life is a gamble, man. It's hard to know what that risk is. Like a lot of people aren't really gonna be into the risk because the reward might be great. But I think success is just, it's easier to get more successful when you have success. It's just about what rises above and gets you to that point of success. Like you can crank out all these people that are hustling and grinding and doing whatever, trying to get to their goals done. it's like then something just happens and you get successfulness, and then it's just easier to succeed. And I don't know what that is. And I think it might be the government on an aspect of they see you doing something like a trend or something, will give him money so he looks like an exception to the rules. And then they rise you above stardom. I'm just saying. So you look like it's like that Leonardo DiCaprio movie where they're like, show us how you did it. And then he shows them how they did it. And they make sure that no one else can do that same process over and over again and repeat it. That's kind of like success. Everybody has their own story. They might sell a book on it, but it never works for somebody is because they cover up the way to be able to not do it again.
Yeah, but it again, I not to I yes, what you're saying is correct. Yes, so if you look at getting loud, if you look at success from a
You're
like
twisting it.
monetary,
That's why
I
it's getting
just touched
loud.
it
I
now.
see
No,
your hand doing it without it being on the camera.
what?
You're like going under the Zoom thing and twisting the microphone.
I'll put my hand here the whole time.
Okay.
I haven't touched it. I touch it when it gets really fucking loud on my ear, then I turn it back down. But if you're talking about monetary success from the term of being of a monetary thing, then yes. But I think I've said this before on your show. If you drive a Mercedes to work to a job you hate, I don't think you're successful. I think you make money. I don't think that's successful.
That's successful.
In my opinion, that's what successful is, because I don't think, again, I don't think if you have a
fleet of McLarens with an
if
army of women.
if that's and again, and if no one to share it with and no one likes you, it doesn't matter. That's not successful.
Nobody already likes me. I just add the money and the people.
That might work for you then.
Yes. I'm going to own a carnival. I'm going to call it Clown Posse 2.0.
Call it goddamn a good goddamn carnival. Goddamn a good goddamn carnival.
I've never laughed so hard in an episode.
You see it getting fucking louder, dude. I'm not touching shit.
Why is it doing that?
Dude, like, I ain't touching shit. Now I got to turn the nipple down so I don't fucking blast our ears out.
You gotta it's like
I got a problem.
It's a superhero. It's like when he's got to put him in a box so he doesn't kill everybody.
Microphone man. What's your power? I just can turn up microphones to slightly annoying levels.
I think it's your voice is so booming, it's just raising the microphone amperage.
Yeah, it's my voice now.
You have it on auto adjust?
No, dude, I have it on fucking green light.
But no, there's an auto adjust on your Zoom. It'll adjust your volume if you get quieter.
Dude, if I'm probably gonna hang up. Good night. This is probably what will happen. I can look at.
All right, don't mess with it then. I don't care.
I'm not. Well, there we go. I was saving us. I was hoping you'd talk me out of it.
Tell me a story. I like your stories.
I got no stories, dude. I don't. It's funny. I need to start. I think that's one thing with the unicorn bliss. It's just storing my short-term memory. Because like I feel like since I talked to you, I had like fucking funny, like a bunch of funny shit. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to talk about that. I can't wait to tell Robbie that. I'm gonna tell that's a good one. And then I see nothing.
You know what hurt me the most was that you said I want to be like I said, listen to my podcast while you're at work. You're like, I want to listen to something that's not going to depress the shit out of me.
No,
I listen to In Sync. That was the fucking insult. You'd rather listen to In Sync than my podcast.
Hey, do a poll. Who in my age demographic would they rather listen to? Reminiscing with In Sync or listen to your fucking little faggy ass cry about shit?
Wow.
Someone's finally talking sense on the TV.
Sunny to the fourth time. Damn it. Oh, wow. I didn't know I cry on the show. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's okay. We all cry. I cried on your show a couple times. You know what I think it is? I think my fucking sound is my mic, my voice fucking bouncing
it's your
off
beard hair hitting the microphone button.
Could be that, but I thought it was my voice resonating off my traps. I think that's what it is, dude. My voice is resonating off my fucking.
Could be that. So
dude, it's like yelling into a fucking cavern.
What do you predict for the next year of the world?
Dude, I don't know. Do you think they're really going to do lockdowns again for 15 days to flatten the curve?
New York is mandatory mask. It's just a lock and squeeze. Like, I don't understand what people are talking about. Like, how long are you going to live in this? I don't like the fear narrative, man. It's making people in fear.
I can't, man. It's the worst thing ever. That's why I can't even talk about. I don't like watching news about nothing because I battle on I struggle with knowing that I probably should be informed, but also managing my own level of peace and stress where I'm like, I can't listen because it's the most ridiculous thing ever. Like even if it, dude, if it was half the world's population dies, I'd be like, well, I'm still gonna live my life. Yeah, I
If
don't
I'm
know.
one of those population, it's like a Thanos snap.
Yeah, then I'm not gonna, like, me hiding in my house from it, and it isn't gonna do. And that's if it's, this is a 99.8% recovery rate. It's the most ridiculous shit in the world, you know. And then the mask thing is so crazy, you know, so stupid, because again, there's virologists wear rubber hazmat suits that they check for fucking air leaks through like pressurized gas, and you know, and people think you're gonna stop a virus with a little cloth over the same cloth that most people reuse over and over and over again. It's filled with your own bacteria. Like, it's so yeah, that's it. Can we not talk? I can't talk about that shit, man.
What about aliens? You think aliens are going to happen?
Oh, the fake. I mean, they'll happen the way they'll tell us it's
Oh,
gonna
please. I
happen.
thought I know the topic now. I know the topic, the moon landing. We talked about this before.
Yeah,
Fake or real? Where do you stand?
it's 100% fake.
Think
There's a
okay. All right, cool.
there's
We
a
agree on that.
there's a reason that that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin got stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, because they're fucking actors.
All right, we're on the same boat on that one. I
A
thought we were
hundred
deciding
percent.
differently on that.
No. How would I? No, that's the fakest bullshit in the world. Again, we could go to the moon in 19. For all the people who may think the moon landing's fucking real, let me give you some real quick history. The moon landing happened in 1969, one time. Ever since then, we've lost the technology to be able to replicate this task. However, we're landing things on Mars, which is like several light years past the moon is, according to NASA. If you think that we landed on the moon and President Nixon was on a fucking landline, and I can't get cell phone reception when I'm in the fucking parking garage of the Bellagio, you're an idiot. Thank you. That's it.
Do you think Disney is predicting every single major national tragedy that's happening with the government?
Dude, they've been doing it forever. You want to get your mind blown? I don't know if you've ever seen it. I watched it. It used to be one of my favorite movies as a kid for the action and what it was. I watched it the other day to reminisce, and I was like fucking mind blown of what this movie was. Have you ever seen the movie Demolition Man
Yeah.
with Sylvester Stallone? Now, I used to think of it as an action movie. Wesley Snipes badass. Stallone looked jacked. He was like in his prime. And you know, but the movie is about this society where you get fined if you say a swear word, where everyone's this androgynous version creature. It's not male or female. There's no meat. That, you know, because you got to go underground to eat meat. People are they talk to computer screens. They have sex through virtual reality. They have automated drivers. Everything's offensive. Everything's demeaned. When you high five people, you don't high five someone because physical contact has been demeaned, dirty, and outlawed. So you go like this and do this virtual high five with people. Does that sound anything like the agenda that's happening right now? Any of that? Or how about every fucking single thing of it? And the people who live underground are the people that don't want to live. Now, again, when you watch it from the outside when you're a young kid, you think they're bad guys, but then you realize, oh shit, these are us. These are these people that don't want to get vaccines and be bullied by the government. We've literally been forced to live underground in sewers and make our own fucking society. That's it, dude. Whether it's that, the Thanos snap, dude, this stuff has all been, to answer your question, it's all been showing us fucking everything. It's been
It's
showing
in the
us
Bible.
everything. I Robot, Minority Report. Minority Report. I don't know if you've ever seen that with Tom Cruise. They're pushing this thing, you know, for the precog murder, and it's a thing that a lot of people don't know, but
Send
they're
them to the
pushing it.
ice box.
And what are they doing? Everywhere you go, every billboard, walking under a thing. Precog is good. Vote for precog. Does that sound like anything for vaccination is good? You should be vaccinated. Vaccinate for your friends. Vaccinate for your loved ones. It's fucking mind fucking washing, brainwashing right in front of us. And it's weird. It's weird that to people, it's either you're completely feel like us, you're like, yeah, it's a big fucking shit of brainwashing, or you completely on the other side and you got brainwashed. What separated us? It's not an age thing. I'm clearly older than you. What did you grow up doing? Like, did we jerk off too much? Did we jerk off right amount of time? Did you know what I mean? Is it this? Is that? What is it? What movie did we watch? What thing did we do? What did we have in common? When I say we,
It's
all
just
the
knowing the
we's.
government. You when you know the history of the government, or when you choose to question things at face value, you start to realize there's other shit there that is repeating
But
itself.
you're
There's
missing what I'm saying. Yes, that's the answer.
I know you're
I
talking
mean,
about the
that's the
vaccine
reason.
being the
But
thing that
no, no, no. But what I'm saying is how do we get to how is there like two types of people in the world right now? The one that look at this and almost like can see like they took the fucking red pill, or everyone else who's just living in the matrix that cannot. There's just it. What is it? Why are we the way we are? Why are they the way they are? And it's there's no one like really in the middle.
it's because of the president.
No, but you're no. What I'm
How
saying is
many people? How many people would
what's
not
making us make that
stop?
choice.
Stop. How many people would not take the vaccine all because it was a Trump vaccine?
I agree. No, no, no. I
And
completely
now
agree
those
with that.
people are taking it because it's all because of who the president is. They don't give a shit. They just don't want the loser. They don't want the other person. They don't want the person that they hated so much he got attached to this thing. When there's so much stuff talking about the lab, you can't even talk about that anymore. It's a mixed mash of
No, no,
bullshit.
I agree. I agree completely with that. I'm saying what's the chemical root thing in our brain right now that can clearly see that? Because if you tell those people that, they'll disagree. They're like, oh, no, no, no. I mean, and they won't say that. But what I'm saying is there's some type of, and like I said, it's not age, because I've seen people in their 80s that feel like me, that are 40 years older than me, that are 20 years older than, or whatever. And I'm like, what is it? There's some kind of something that's, it's like I said, some of us took the blue, like, grew up with like the blue pill injected in us as a kid, or the red pill. And then some of us as babies, like they're like, and you can't change it.
Common sense. What do you want me to say? I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
No, I don't think you have an answer. I'm just saying it's something that I'm just want you to think about. I think it's really weird.
I don't think it's a chemical thing. I think it's just people that are more observant of what goes on throughout the government
I
history.
agree, but why are they? Why are we?
Because we're
That's what I'm saying.
rebels. We're not supposed to be here.
Okay, why? Why are we? There
Because
you
we're
go.
thinkers.
You're still getting back to my, but why? You know what I mean? Why? What makes us thinkers? What
You're
makes them
just like
sheep?
a Jehovah's Witness. But why? Well, that's just because it's the way it is.
No, no, no. I'm just saying. I just want you to think on a deeper level that I feel like not even. I'm not talking godly. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like, did we wake up, like eat too much McDonald's? Did we eat right enough? Did we watch porn? Did we not? Did we have a beer when we were 12? I don't know.
Someone take us behind a shed.
I know, but I don't know. They
That's
did.
the
I don't
worst part.
think. I think yeah.
What I've been doing recently is I've just been trying to absorb everything around me when it comes to the essence of life. Like truly appreciate what's going on in the world with the trees. There's a near my buddy's house. They have the sunflower field, and there's a sign out in front of it, and it just says "Take a free sunflower." And you know
Mhm.
how many people are just driving by, pulling over with their family, grabbing a sunflower, taking pictures, and getting back in their car and driving off. You know that little small thing that person does where they don't even think twice about it. Just get these fucking sunflowers out of here. That event has a trickle down effect to so many lives. There could be a relationship that's on the rocks. These people have been together for 3 years. They drive up their car to this sunflower field. They say, "Hey, let's take a sunflower." They take a sunflower, and they have this amazing night after that, where it's just sucking drugs, sex, fucking watching movies, fucking whatever, sex again. I don't care. But then their life and their relationship is back. And then 40 or 50 years later, they talk about that moment that was a deciding factor that they should be together. There's like small things that you can really do that play an impact into somebody's life. Someone put up a picture on Facebook. It was a guy pouring a bottle of water into a bowl. And he's like, "My life doesn't mean anything." And he just pours this water into a bowl and he walks away, and two doves come down, or two seagulls or pigeons, and they start drinking the water. And they say, "Whoever did this, God bless you." And it's just like you don't realize the effect that you play. Hopefully, he's more positive than negative, because we all probably have a negative thing onto somebody's life. But the essence of you have more impact in the life that you have than you think you do, or what you observe that you do. And I think that's a prime importance for everyone to really keep hold, is not to discern someone else's value or discern someone else's perspective, but to really focus in on the good that you can do by not trying to change people, but just a key factor of communicating and understanding, which the world seems like they just want to throw out the fucking window. And that's a combination of things.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like to always try to think that way. I like to always think, when I pull up to Wendy's, the dude who's probably serving me food, that's probably the last place on earth that dude wants to be.
There's people that don't show up. Did you see that video of
Yeah, no,
the
that's
people that
happening
showed up at
everywhere. Yeah.
Wendy's? And she's like, I can't work the fryers. I'm the only one here. Nobody else showed up. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. Again, real good. Thanks, Biden. And but but it's like one of those things where you know, yeah, I always try to think that way, because I think again, I've said this before, happy people are happy people don't hurt people. That's the thing. And if this world was, if right now you just made the whole world fucking happy, the shit that's going on in the world wouldn't be that way. Happy people don't do hurt people. Sad people hurt people. Confused people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. And so I always try to do my part to just be like, whether you want to call it a blessing or whatever you want to call it, but I always make sure the person that I'm dealing with that I feel like isn't probably happy because of just situationally might be a happy person. I'm not trying to get down that road, but I'm going, hey, I hope you know that I appreciate you, man. You're a blessing. Have a great day. Have a nice weekend. You can tell sometimes, you can just say the way you say thank you to people and how are you. If you try to go and say, how are you? They're like, oh, how are you? Thank you for asking. They're almost like shocked because people just treat people usually just in any kind of service
How come
is
I never
fucking
get those
shit.
texts? All I get is a text. I think my friend's on crack. And then you're, that's it. I never got anything else.
No, you know what I'm talking about though, because I think you're fine, and you're doing what you like to do, at least. You know what I mean? I'm talking about these people that are, on a daily basis. Like you run into people that are like the gas station worker. Probably is like, fuck, he's here doing another job just to, make money, could do, have an extra income for his kid. You don't want to be there, but
Until
it's like
they get
people
a
mistreat
video
these
at night
people.
of a TikTok and make like 5 million views because some drunk person comes in or some person on a drug or something comes in and heroin's out in the middle of the fucking hallway.
Well, hopefully they'll all have that kind of fortune. Well,
TikTok stars are going to end up ruling the world. I've seen more TikTok influence deaths, and I've seen that girl fell off a cliff. That one, she was doing that cliff picture that everyone takes a picture of, and she fell off
oh really?
and she died. She was like
Isn't it
21.
isn't it like fucking like 7 feet?
No, it's a big fall.
Oh, really? I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking there's one in Brazil that like every people look like they hang off a thing, but it's actually, if it's like a forced perspective thing, where
Yeah,
if you just turn the camera down, it's like 8 feet. So
yeah.
I don't know which one you're talking about,
No,
but
this
yeah.
this chick fell off of a. It's like, who's that one famous lady whose cameraman died because he fell off a cliff?
Oh, I don't know.
Man, just to get a perfect picture. Would you die for the gram?
No,
Not
I
even
don't even
like
like, dude, I
the
hate
best
getting likes and
bicep
stuff. It's so
picture.
stupid. I debate on a daily basis. Like TikTok is I just can't go on that reels. Like I go on that reels thing, and it's just it's weird because I can't look away. But it's nothing
It's
but
good.
chicks fucking bumping their hands together and doing these little fucking things. It's the most. I'm like, could you be any more fucking pathetic wanting your attention?
They're the ones
Just
that's
to,
making millions.
I don't care. I don't care. It's just so pathetic and gross to me.
I put all my money in the stocks.
Uh, I don't know. I don't
I
know what that is
invested
yet.
in a good old candy that's probably going to hit a rising trend. It's called Juji Fruits.
Really?
I told them that they need to. I sent them an email. I said, I invested into your company, but I need you to use it other than for candy. And they're like, what do you want to use it for? I was like, I want you to use it, give it to cops, let them put it in their guns and fire it at people. It's like peppers them.
This is real good. This is good advice.
Uh,
Someone's finally talking sense on the TV.
yes, it's not lethal unless it's ripe enough.
Fuck. I don't know if that's a good idea.
The smallest thing you can do is plant a tree, a peach tree, and then every time someone goes up, they can go by your tree and go, I could be, go back. I can't do the joke. Damn it. I couldn't make it through the joke.
You suck, man. Go start over. Edit it out. Start over.
I almost had it.
I'm man. You need to try unicorn piss, dude.
That's
Bliss.
good.
piss. Oh, dude, you'd
I
be
want to be at
so.
that marketing team. Like, we need to rebrand it. Why?
Hey, wait. You know what's have you ever heard on totally different basis,
Damn, I can
totally
tell
different
you're
thing.
spacing out too. I can hear
Have
the
you ever
blank.
heard of kratom? Do you know what kratom is?
Yeah, it's that mesh helmet they give to people that have a crane disease.
No, motherfucker. No, kratom is a pill. It's a pill that apparently it's basically like kind of legal heroin, apparently. I don't know. And you buy it in smoke shops, and they have it actually in nutrition stores here in Vegas, some of like the private, not the chain ones, but like just the more smaller stores, nutrition stores. But they're trying to like FDA or whatever, trying to do a ban on it. But the thing I heard about it from some guys at work, went into a smoke shop and got it, and it's for pain, but it's like an opioid from opioid, whatever you call them, from Southeast Asia. And dude, I've been doing really bad back pain at work, man, from just standing all day. And hi, that's my cat saying hi. Hi, Twinkle. You want to say hi to Robbie?
That's not the cat from Singapore, is it?
No, he's still poor. My buddy's over there. Um, but anyway, so I took this two kratom, and I've been, dude. I mean, I've been when I say my back's been hurting, dude, it's been like bad. And I know you about and you know about stuff like that. And it's just been, and I've been trying to stretch and foam roll and massage and everything. I've taken Advil, and which I never take. I switched to the fucking Dones or back pain. It didn't fucking phase me. Dude, I took two kratom pills and I had zero pain. Like, it was like, nope, no pain. It's just gone. I felt like I could, like, I wanted to do back bends.
Did you look what's in it?
Kratom. That's it.
There's got to be more ingredients to that.
Dude, it's a plant. It's a plant from Southeast Asia. Look it up. There's this whole thing, and they're trying to like get rid of it, like because they're saying like some people think it's again, it's like super left and right. Some people think it's a miracle cure from if you want to get away from Advils or pain, or even pain medication like Vicodin, Percocets. You get on kratom to wean yourself off of it. Other people are like, dude, it'll kill you itself, and like it'll so. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. However, I think just like anything, yeah, I'm sure you can abuse it. And, that's probably where the dangers, those stories come out of.
There was a drug during the, I forgot when it was. It was like a giant opioid thing that these soldiers were taking in Southeast Asia way back in the day when there was a drug trade. I think they got it from, it's like
Yeah,
some type of leaf.
it's heroin.
Yeah, that they had to ban it because all the military people were taking it. Maybe that's what you're taking.
Well, they're saying it's the same type of thing as that. That's what they're saying. They're saying it's the same thing. In fact, they use kratom to get people who are in heroin treatment programs. They use the kratom to get them off of the heroin.
Wow, so it's stronger than, or it's a less strong, but it's
I don't
as
know.
strong.
All I know, it's a plant. It's like a plant from
Stop
Southeast
taking
Asia,
it.
and I know I take it like if I have severe pain. But it's not like I would like to take it every day. No. I would if I woke up wanting to take it the next day, I wouldn't do it.
Do you feel
But
stronger when you take it?
no, nothing like that. No, it's almost like a weird body high, like you get from the strains of weed that are meant to do that.
I don't smoke weed.
Okay, but
I'm a
that I'm saying
square.
there's people who smoke certain strains of marijuana for chronic pain,
Mhm.
and it's a very similar sensation from that. It taking the kratom gives you almost like a weird body high that's very similar to, like I said, those kind
Is
of
it like a
strains.
burn when you pee type of feel, or is it I can't get the poop out type of feel?
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
No,
It's
I didn't.
stuck. I can't get it.
No, neither of those feelings. It's a good feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's real interesting. I'm trying to still look up the data and stuff like that to see where I land, and like what it do I determine it to be this deadly thing, or is it a miracle cure? I don't know. But like I said, I don't like taking Advils or things like that either. And two of these pills, I'm like, dude, I have no pain. Especially if I do like a long 10-hour day at work, it's like it's life changing. Like it really is.
Thanks.
Are you looking it up? I don't know. It
No,
looks like you're
I'm
reading.
just staring at you like, what are you talking about?
Uh,
What did you do to my show? We haven't
I don't know.
talked in a while. This is like We usually have this funk or jive we start going into. We're just shooting blanks here, aren't we?
No, it's not. Oh, dude, we can fucking go. But the thing is, the problem is I think you and I both don't want to talk about the things that are so easy for us to talk
Fuck it.
about.
Let's dig in.
No, no way. Next time on fucking The Young and the Reckless.
Am I the young one?
Yeah.
You look like you're 55. Those drugs aren't helping that out.
That's just bad lighting. I look young.
You do.
Every dude, it's so funny, man. Every time someone meets me, I tell them I'm 45 and they're all like, what? And I go, yeah. And they're like, dude, I thought you're like 32.
I'm pretty proud of you for doing the training thing. I had no idea you were doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was something me and Sarah, well, funny enough, again, this is where I thought, I think things happen for a reason. I had just some stuff at work and I was just between my back pain and just like kind of thinking to myself, do I really want to do this or whatever? And the pain was a real thing, and then a couple things, little incidents happened at work and I was just like, nah, that's, I'm a grown ass man. I don't deal with certain things, a certain way. But anyway, but that's all squashed and good. And so work's been good. But it was like it was a good thing that little thing happened. I started feeling that way, like maybe I need to look for something else. I end up looking up the company who I got certified through. There's like two big ones, like ISSA and ACE. And I looked it up back, a couple months ago. I think it was July 4th. I'm sorry, I looked it up before that. I bought the thing in July 4th. And it was like to look at these things, they were like these accredited, the most accredited PT certs were like $2,000, $3,000, stuff like that. I'm like, I just can't afford it right now. It sucks. And funny enough that because I looked at the site and put my email in, I got a coupon on 4th of July for, hey, are you still considering?
You've told me
being a
this story
trainer?
3 fucking times.
Oh, well, I don't know, but not on the air.
Yeah, you have. You said you had a
How?
supplement order that never came in. Then you talked about the fourth. Maybe that was
No,
in
no,
that.
no, no.
Oh,
I'm just
oh,
saying. So anyway, I
never
looked
mind.
up the no, because I'm saying we haven't talked since July. So I got an email from them and they said, hey, it's a 15-hour offer. The $3,400 course was
That's how they
$800.
get you. That's
Yeah,
how
but
they
it was
get you.
$800, and so I just bought it outright and yeah, did the testing and stuff, and boom.
Buy the next Bobby Brown CD for $5.99, and if you call right now, we'll give it 2 CDs for $5.99.
Yeah, I did it. It worked though.
You got an enemy? We'll get the guy who did the Sham Wow commercial to beat the shit out of him. Sham
I
Wow.
remember ShamWow. I remember
He
it
got
well.
arrested for beating up a stripper.
Is that right? I remember that guy.
She bit his tongue off though, so it's like, fuck.
That's a good segue from personal training. No, but yeah, no, but I'm back to I'm happy that like I said, I just need to get because in order for anyone to I never knew this, but in order to be a personal trainer, you have to pay the gym's rent. Unless you are like a personal trainer at like you're hired through like a chain, like a Planet Fitness or something like that. Those guys are just paid $18 an hour to train whoever is a member there. You know what I'm saying? But if you're it'd be like a freelance and personal trainer like me, you have to pay most gyms anywhere between like $300 and $800 a month to train there. And so in order for me to like do that, I have to have clients first because I can't just shell out
Start
money
throwing
without
out
that.
business cards.
Well, no, what the good thing is I just got the thing and because I'm all certified now online. Like I had the initial, yes, you passed the test and the cert, and now it's all set up online. And they actually give you a free website.
What are you going to call it? Latona Fitness?
Oh no, I'm just like it's just like basically like a link that you put on your social media
What's
and
with
stuff like that.
Latona?
That's it. Fuck,
It's
yeah,
a
that's
great
it.
one.
But yeah, but I just need to get some people reaching out to me, make sure they're set, and then because
Just
I
like
need to make
Jesus
enough,
Latona.
maybe.
Close.
So yeah,
Am I getting
maybe.
closer? I got a couple more in the tank.
Goddamn, buddy.
Goddamn traps.
Yeah, my traps are big. I've been working on them.
Lifestyle tips with Latona.
Yeah, well, traps are a real big thing in rowing, and I think that's the thing because I've been doing so much arm wrestling training.
Look like you're fighting with a fucking ghost over a remote. You're like fucking
a what?
a ghost arm wrestler with a remote.
No, that's get ready for my slot machines in Vegas.
Keep doing it. Ready? I want the remote. No, I want the remote. No, I want the
Oh,
remote.
I see what you're saying. Like that.
Oh God.
No, but yeah, I like I said, so I gotta get enough. I gotta get some people to for in order for that pay to the gym justification, obviously, to make sense. And then yeah, like I said, I had this meeting tonight. I don't know what I've had so many times in my life, man, where people like promise me such an amazing opportunity. And a couple times it's turned out to be really good. It's turned out to be amazing. And but most of the time it's like, really fuck, you know.
I want to hear a story about the Power Rangers. We
I
never
I
got
think
into it before.
I think I told you most of my stories about them, strippers and um no,
LSD,
what?
LSD.
No, I never did any kind of
You
drugs
took
or
some
anything like
type of
that.
acid trip where you would stare at the ground and you thought you were stepping on the lines of the tiles where mini fences.
That was just a bunch of dip. That was Molly plus Coke plus mushrooms.
Don't
That's what
fucking
that
sweep
was.
that under the carpet. That's like talking to a meth user. It was just meth.
Yeah, it
Your
was
teeth
Molly
are
Coke
gone.
plus mushrooms. Yeah, that's what that was. But that was that. Yeah, no. But I never did anything when I was young. When I was doing Power Ranger stuff, I don't.
I
I
bet
maybe had a drink once.
my thing that I'm doing is I like to mix a whiskey slushy and then I watch Disastrous Airways, which is just plane crashes. And it's fun as fuck if you just narrate
What?
over them.
What the fuck? Why would you want to sell a bunch of
My
Jordans?
mom's or my buddy's mom's boyfriend was watching it with me. He's like, all you do is get drunk and talk about liberals and fucking disaster. And I just joke around. The word liberal to me is funny. I don't know why the
Yeah.
word just it rolls off the tongue like moist. Pisses people off when you say that one. Um, not liberals, moist. But we're watching Disastrous Airways, and it's 8 a.m. I'm pretty hammered and it's my weekend. And I'm enjoying Disastrous Airways here. All you do is go over here, talk about liberals, and then you get drunk. And I'm like, I just say the word. And then we're watching it. He goes, you notice every single plane crash is with a woman. He's like, the ones that don't crash and all the people don't die, they don't have a woman on board. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, just check the pilot thing. They just put a woman right in there. And I'm like, watching it. I'm like, you're not fucking wrong. Like, they give them the shitty lines. Like, it'll be like the main pilot's like, we're going down in an area 10 east with a latitude left. And then she just goes, oh my goodness. The
So
fuck
wait,
did
are they
she,
reenactments then? That's what this is?
dude, they get so intense with the reenactments where they literally had the left part of the plane couldn't open and then the plane caught on fire and everyone inside started to slowly burn. And it's one of the pilots reenacted and they CGI'd fire on her hair and she just goes, I can't get out. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is horrible. Flight
Why
78,
why
there
would
were
they
no
make it? Why
survivors.
a I don't know what I'm more mad at. Why they
Google it on
make
your
that?
phone.
Why they make that show or why you watch it? Like I don't know. Like I
Because
don't
when you're drunk, you're watching that. You're like, at least that's not me.
I guess. I don't know. I don't want to. That sounds horrible.
I was because I either do that or I sit on my buddy's back porch. And yesterday I was on my buddy's back porch and there was a dude getting his boat. He's getting it lowered into the water, and all you heard was Tim, Tim, and just screaming. And he's like, "What?" And she just goes, "You're going out on your boat again?" He's like, "Yes, this is the plan all weekend." And it's across the water and there's like no noise going on. So I'm just sitting there like drinking my Slurpee, like, shut the fuck up, watch the damn show. And then she goes, "Going out on the boat again?" "Yeah, it's the weekend. I told you already." And he's like lowering his boat. He goes, "No, you're not. You got chores to do." He goes, "I'm 75. I don't need chores." And he just keeps going and going. I'm like, that's the guy that doesn't give a fuck.
Poor of a guy, 75, and he's got chores. That's some harsh shit.
You got to maintain. If you don't have a job, you're
Fuck.
just retiring and golfing all day. Like that's if you could retire, what would you do?
I don't know, nothing. I feel like that's the thing. You know, when people always say, if you had, here's how to find your passion.
Go
I hate
golf.
it when people always telling me this. No, I hate when people tell you, here's how to find your passion. Right now, you have $10 million. You can do anything you want to do for work. What would you do? I was like, nothing. I'd fucking just sit. I'd fucking gamble and like have coke and hookers around me all the time. Like, what the fuck? Why would I want to do
Look,
something? I have $10 million. I did it.
picture the scene. You're outside of like a $3 stripper place. And you're out back smoking a cigarette. So hit your vape real quick. Hit your vape.
No, I can't anymore. I'm real high.
Yeah. Some guy comes up to you, goes, Jason, look, I know you said one last job, but you're the best at sucking dick, and we got plenty of dicks around.
Someone's finally talking sense on the TV.
I came back around. Would
Yeah.
you do it though? If you were good at that, but you hated doing it, would you do it?
What the fuck kind of con? No, hey, I don't want a
You are
second
the
one's
best
dick.
at selling stocks, but you hate working with numbers. Are you going? That's life. Life is ironic. If you're a great artist, God takes away your ability to draw by giving you arthritis because you're supposed to use it when you have it. So you truly appreciate the moments that you have with the thing that you do not have forever. Do you like
Yeah,
breathing? You're going to
but,
die. God
but I
takes that
don't.
away from you.
But I don't. No. But my point is like when people say, you know, we did, like I said back when I said, you get all the money in the world, what'd you do? And I'm like, nothing. I would not like. That's not a way to find your passion. I don't think that's stupid.
How do you know
I
if
think you
you've
have to
never
find your
tried?
pet. What?
I had someone call me homophobic because I wouldn't suck a dick.
Yeah, you fag.
How is that even a thing? I don't want to.
Yeah, again, well, okay, you want to hear something? We were talking about some funny shit at work the other day. We were talking about Fear Factor and stuff. And I'm like, I remember when Fear Factor first came out, and it was like badass. It was like people like, you know, like swinging from
When
helicopters
Joe
and like
Rogan was
making,
on it,
well, he was, yeah. I mean, but like he, you know, people like doing like jumping off like a semi truck to semi truck. It was like fucking stuff that was like, oh yeah, that would be scary as shit. To like 7 seasons later, chicks just eating dicks out of a jar, like different type of animals, sheep dicks and
they
mule
canceled
dicks.
Fear Factor because he drank. They were trying to get the
Yeah,
contestants to
cum,
drink a
semen.
chalice of donkey cum.
Yeah, and they did it. They were doing it. But I'm saying, like, again, those are two different kinds of fears. Like, I might be afraid to jump out of a fucking moving car, you know, but I'm not afraid to eat donkey dicks. Like, I just don't want to. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid of fuck. I don't
How
like
do you
fuck.
know you've never
I don't
tried?
like mangoes. No, I've tried mangoes before. I don't like to eat them. I just don't like them that much. I like cantaloupe and a bunch of other fruits, but I'm not afraid of mangoes. You know what I mean? They don't scare me. But oh god, you know what I mean? Like if someone had a mango, I would be okay. I'll
We're
suck your
not
dick.
talking about mangoes. How do you mixing mangoes and dick?
What I'm saying is, I'm not afraid to suck a dick, and I'm not afraid of a fucking mango, but I just don't want to do it.
Gun to
That
your
doesn't
head, would
make
you
you
suck a
gay.
dick? How much money?
I don't know. A fucking gun in my head. I don't fucking know what the fuck I do.
I don't think I could live with myself.
I think I'd be the guy that goes, okay. Do a really good job. Then right, like bite that fucker off, and they go,
What the
ah.
fuck?
And I'm like, go ahead, kill me now, you dickless bitch. I'd have to take that. Kill me now, you dickless bitch. And then I get shot. Then I at least feel like a badass. Because, dude, he's probably going to fucking shoot you anyway and be like, faggot, for sucking my dick. Boom. So
You're,
say you go down in a
you're
blaze of glory and
a
bite that
critical thinker.
motherfucker off.
You're a
Bite that dick
critical
off.
thinker.
You fucking bite it off like a fucking hot dog. I don't know. That's probably a lot harder to do than it is thing. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Would you rather eat a 7-Eleven burrito
Mm-hmm.
or would you rather eat a Popeye's chicken sandwich?
Oh, Popeye's chicken sandwich.
What?
Yeah, for sure. Popeye's chicken sandwich is a bomb.
They never come out right.
I don't give a shit. I usually get them when I'm fucking high off the walls. So they'll say it's amazing to me.
You don't like
Dude,
ice cream when
I
you're
thought you
high?
were gonna say, dude, like I thought you were gonna see something like weird as fuck, like
No.
you know, like a burrito or like a homeless man's dick.
Would
cheese.
you like a hot dog where you have to push the hot dog inside the bun because the bun's all around it and sometimes you squeeze it and it pops out?
Yeah,
You
the
have to
one. Yeah, I
push
know
it
which
back
one.
in.
I don't like
Or
that.
a churro.
Oh, I like churros.
What?
I love churros.
Okay.
Like I like churros from like Disneyland.
That's right. Yeah, you worked at one of those places. You probably got to eat them a lot.
No, you know, I actually never had a
Ooh,
churro until I
change
went
it.
to Disney
Rock
with my
candy.
wife.
The rock candy, the glass little rock
Know.
candy.
I would rather eat the hot dog.
Would it be sexual harassment if you walked up to someone wearing a candy necklace and bit their candy necklace? Then why do you have it around your neck if I can't do it?
Yeah, that's true. It's just mean.
Hmm?
That's just mean.
Hmm?
Fuck, dude. Fuck.
What?
It sucks.
Come on, just get to the topics we need to get to.
I'm not. I don't want to. No, I'm done. I can't talk about those
What's
things.
real, Bigfoot or aliens? Or is Bigfoot an alien?
Between the two of how they describe, I mean, aliens are more real to me. Only because not aliens, because I believe aliens are actually demons, entities. I think aliens are not like people from other worlds. It's people from other it's beings from other different entities, different, yeah.
What do you mean different entities?
Like
You
I don't
just
think, and
consider a demon anything that's not human?
no. Oh, well, okay, but I think the no, because no, the dogs aren't humans, dogs aren't demons. So no, what I'm saying is I don't believe in aliens in the sense of things and flying saucers from technologies from light years away. I think they're beings from another dimension that the scientific world might call them and demons. I mean aliens, where someone of the way I believe would call them a demon or a spirit. That's what I believe.
That didn't make a damn word of sense.
Really? How not?
Because you're like, repeat what you just said.
Alien. I don't believe in aliens like
You're
the
making
way
me high through a Zoom call. I just fucking
I
went
don't
into a,
believe in
I have a
aliens in the
seizure for a
sense
minute.
of like Independence Day or ET.
Okay.
I believe in aliens in the sense that I believe there is an alien, for the word alien, foreign, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. Hence why they call illegal aliens, but that a foreign to this world species, but it's not from another planet, it's from another dimension. But that
Stranger
dimension,
Things.
yeah, in essence, yes, but those dimensions I actually think is what the science is calling them aliens, the Bible's calling them demons, but I'm saying they're the same thing.
Okay, I could see that then.
Do you get that? Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you
But
think
so in that sense I believe in aliens.
Hillary Clinton is one of these aliens?
I think, hey man, I think a lot of these motherfuckers are possessed with something, and just like you talked about Disney and conditioning for, they showing us stuff. It's a matter of conditioning. Everything we see, again, hence the word program, television programs, TV programmings, tell a vision. That's what it's doing. But it does on some aspects, it scares us more because we've seen movies like Outbreak and 12 Monkeys and these virus movies that end up with everyone got boils on their face. And there's people that probably out there, sadly enough, and I feel sad for them, think that this thing right now is something like that. So that's a version of the television causing you a form of hysteria or over exaggerating hyperbole of the thing. However, I think there's things that they do it on purpose to do the opposite effect, to desensitize you to you. Movies like The Exorcist, The Conjuring, The Omen, or all these movies that show, possession of this person, Emily Rose, The Last Possession, all these things that show you these versions of demonic possessions of these crazy things. The girl's got to have shit spewing out of her mouth, or yellow eyes, or they can levitate. But what if, though, that's just the hyperbole version of what it really is, which is evil, an evil in the sense that you don't know is, it's wrong, there's something off about it, but it's not this glaringly inherently obvious thing that we see in movies, but that person indeed is possessed. So to answer your question, could it someone like Hillary Clinton, is she an alien or a demon? I don't know. Do I think these people have possession? Yes, I do. I think Bill Gates is. I think this Dr. Fauci is. I think all these people that are making this evil stuff happen, um, they're under a they're not under their own thing. No, I don't think it's much different, but except that these people are going to be caught most likely is when you have a serial killer and it's like he's literally saying after he's caught and he's incarcerated, he's like, I have no idea. I don't know. There are the guys that do remember, but I'm saying there's other people that are like, I have no recollection of anything I
I've
did.
talked about this before. They're called it's Operation Midnight Climax, where they were drugging Johns at brothels. They had prostitutes that would drug people, and these people would wake up. There's a specific one. Tom O'Neill is a guy I recommend his book. He wrote about the Charles Manson murders.
Mm.
The government was drugging him in jail and then releasing him to go do these crazy acts. Now he didn't kill anybody, but he did convince people as well too. And the same psychiatric doctor for Charles Manson was the same one that was the guy who killed JFK. So
Mm.
it's very, very strange. And they found out that you can manipulate a chemical, much like you can smell something and get a certain memory. They found a way to be able to manipulate a certain chemical, inject you with it, and be able to forget a certain memory as well, too. And Operation Midnight Climax leads into like MK Ultra, but it's also
Right.
sleeper agents, people that don't remember doing something and then they ended up doing it. There was a guy who worked in the Air Force who used to get migraines like constantly, and he was in the psychiatric program there. And that psychiatrist who worked with Manson and Harvey was working on him as well too. gave him a drug. I guess it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. He found his way to a park and there was a family there. There was like a mom and a dad. Apparently they couldn't sleep. They were in a vacationing or something and they had their little daughter. Daughter was playing on the swings. They lost track of their daughter. They found, cops found the guy in a bush, bloodied all over himself. And he had killed the girl and raped her. And he remembers that from his psychological in his past that he was raped by a babysitter, and he thought it was her. He was envisioning because he was tripping on LSD basically. And this is a known project the government had done about drugging Johns with LSD. They specifically drug people named John. That's how they fuck. It's the weirdest shit. This is why I say you got to question things. Like people
Oh
don't want
yeah,
to
no
question
shit.
things.
But
We're a
there's people that
democracy that runs off the idea of freedom, which is where they fucked up because they like the model of authoritarianism. Now there was a Joe Rogan podcast. God damn, Naomi Park. She talks about North Korea, but she talks about like everything that's going on in the States over here. She goes, "This is how North Korea started."
Mhm.
It can go there, but people got to realize how powerful we are together than we are apart. The whole reason is squeeze and release, squeeze and release. You're talking about bringing lockdowns back. I know we can sit here and picker patter all around the other shit, but if we don't talk about what's on our fucking minds, which you and me both know it's on our minds, we're not going to get a good episode. We're just going to hear untangible fucking madness about fucking
I think it's been
how
great.
many
I think
dicks can you
fucking
suck?
I think it's been good so far. I think it's been the best one. It's been my favorite one so far.
I want to
So
get them.
fuck everyone else.
My favorite one is
But
the one where the Gad one. That's too good.
well, that was just funny. That was just stupid and
That was a
funny.
Thanksgiving day too. I remember that.
God damn. God damn. But no, man, but you're right though. Yeah, everything you said is right. And what's so crazy is what I was gonna say is there's people that literally you tell them like the CIA invented the television and the MK Ultra and all this stuff like that, and they think that's conspiracy theory. Like that, I'm not saying what you're using it for, but that's a fucking thing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they did it to Britney Spears, even though we know that he did, but it's you know what I mean? There's people that like don't even want to believe. It's like they don't want to. It's so weird. On one hand, those same people believe everything they hear on the news, but yet those other same people won't believe anything you show them. Like that's historical.
You know what I find crazy, and I think the only thing that's really keeping me alive. So I've had some Scientology people on my show, and I
Yeah.
tag Scientology multiple times. So now every single story I put up, they always see my story, even though if they're not tagged in it. So they're definitely watching me, making sure I think I'm okay because people say that they'll follow you and shit. And I'm like, I don't think so because I think I'm too crazy. Like I have this, like, I'm obviously serious at times, but I also have this like Alex Jones, like conspiracy side, which is not really conspiracy because he's gotten a lot right, but I like to be crazy with my actions. I think to be successful, you got to play fucking ball. And if you don't play fucking ball, you're not going to be successful. They'll find something on you. I don't like Tucker Carlson. I really don't. He does not look like a good guy to me. He has a very punchable face. But after he said that the NSA was watching his text messages, why not even a week later was he trending all over the news about people calling him a piece of shit, a dude that confronted him, calling him racist, calling him a liar? It's a way of like, if you push back against the system, they're going to find a way to be able to destroy you.
Yeah, I think that too. Well, if you're worth it, you know what I mean? Like if you're worth it, you know, I talk a lot of shit. Like what are they gonna, you know, it's like I'm not on anyone's radar, you know. Now if I had some, you know, 500,000 followers on Instagram and was saying the same thing, yeah, I probably would be, you know, more concerned, or you know, 500,000 YouTube
Well,
viewers and
that's
stuff, you
when
know.
people look like Kamala Harris, where they literally like went back on everything that she said. I was like, because she got into the system and realized that the system is structured in such a way that if she does something, there's going to be a lot of ramifications. And if you don't
Yeah.
play fucking ball, they're taking you out. They don't give a fuck. They will take you right out of that position. All these people that go God and all this type of stuff and that are celebrities and say God made me rich, God made this. It's because that's the way that society has made it to where if you can be successful by just saying those things, by doing those things, you might not necessarily not even believe in those things. But
Oh
if
no, I
you're
think they mean God. They don't mean the guy I'm talking about, but they mean their God, 100%. But they're telling the truth. And this is my opinion. I think you know they're 100%. They're all telling the truth. This is their God. This is their, um, yeah. So they are telling it. It wouldn't be possible without God. Now, who is God to them? I think God is whoever they're sacrificing these fucking children for, or whoever they're drinking baby blood for, whoever, you know, when you hear like
that's the real thing. How the
Bruno
fuck did
Mars's mom dies right before, you know, he becomes super successful. You know, these stories are tale as old as time.
but how the fuck is nobody questioning the fact that there was a video of a bunch of government politicians doing some crazy shit in front of a giant owl statue, and that
Mhm.
what trended for a couple of days, and then
Yeah,
it's gone? Why the
because it
fuck?
doesn't
What do you mean it doesn't do what? Why aren't we looking at this deeper that yes, there might be
because
some
it will be
shady
just it
shit
will be
going on?
taken down. I think if it was more out there, I think it gets all taken down. Again, like I said, you can't even research flat earth stuff anymore on YouTube. It's all bullshit stuff.
Because
And
everybody's crazy who supports it.
maybe, or again, but think of the everything else that you believe and every other narrative that you follow. It's like the guy that are being silenced are the ones that are right, man. I mean, that's just the facts, you know. And the louder voices is the louder it is. It's like the more fucking crazy, unbelievable it is. You know, saying things like tattoos are racist because they don't show up on black people's skin as well. I'm not saying that. This is what the people are saying. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, like, why is that heard? But like you said, um, what you just said is about the fuck. What did you just say? My God, my mind just went blank. The the owl statue, Jesus, the owl statue thing, because that's not being pushed. That's being it's like I feel like it's like views going to different filters and they're just chomping all, chomping all, chomping all. But this bullshit stuff, it's like spread it out there, spread it out there, spread it out there. You know, that's what I think. Because again, it doesn't make sense.
But does that not piss you off at
Of
people out there?
course,
Does that not piss people off out there listening that they look at you like you can't handle this? You can't have this. You should know this because you're not going to react to it well. So we have to treat you with fuck. I look at it like they're treating you with kids' gloves. I don't like that. Tell me the real shit. I want to know about the UFOs and about the Why did we release 9 pages on the UAP report, but then Australia releases 1,700? What the fuck? We're the ones with all the encounters and stuff. How come they release more information about on us? How come every astrophysicist I talk to, I'll talk about the flat earth a little bit too, but on the aspect of I have mentioned this report and they said the US is not being honest with you. The government, that's how it starts, is when they don't want to let you know everything. It's
but
the
that's the only thing I agree with about that, all that stuff. That's the only thing I do agree with. Again, I do agree that the government knows things that's not being honest with. However, I guess it's just not the thing that they trying to, say that it is.
maybe
So
that's why there's all these YouTubers and influencers, is the fact that they just paid a bunch of people to keep the eyes of social media so people aren't looking into the truth of everything.
I agree with that.
You never
I
see
agree with
a
that.
fucking occult page or some type of page that's talking about the government and all this stuff. You never see it hit over 100,000. You
No,
never
because they
see
get
it.
shut down. They get shut down and censored. And they're all on Blaze and all these other like, pay yearly
Fucking
subscription type of
Reddit and stuff.
channels. Yeah, because it doesn't suit the narrative, dude. It's interesting, man. You know what's funny? I'm not gonna say their name because I just can't. Um, but I there's there. Okay, I'm just gonna say it like this. Imagine a scenario where you have people that you know quite well, that are very much um on the same page as you are, or I'm not just they're on the same. They're on the I'm in my body, my choice. I don't really think I'm not anti-vax, but if I want to get one, I want to get one. If you want to get one, you want to get one. Just don't force me. I won't force you not to. First, vice versa.
Yeah.
Very anti-mask, all this kind of stuff. All of a sudden, these people get popularity on YouTube and it just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. All of a sudden now, these same people that I mean, you know them personally, are and now the world is getting to meet them publicly, you know, and they're saying that the guy was sick and and make sure you're vaccinated, make sure you're wearing your mask, COVID is a real motherfucker and COVID's a bitch and all this stuff like that. What do you think about that? Is that weird or is that like,
What I find strange is how many people in the world used to say, you can't say that he's a veteran. You can't
mhm,
do that. He's a veteran. Evan Hafer was on a Joe Rogan podcast. He's the guy that owns Black Rifle Coffee Company. Times Magazine put out an article that just completely basically destroyed his character. Said that he doesn't. What he said in an article and the way they twisted it was he goes because the guy Kyle Rittenhouse, the dude who was the kid with that AR that was in that middle of that Black Lives Matter protest and all that, and he
okay,
was
yeah,
threatening people with an assault rifle. He was
mhm,
wearing a Black Rifle Coffee Company, and they said, "Do you support this?" And he goes, "Our coffee should not be sold to racists or any of these things that are laudable things that you don't want racists or anybody buying your coffee." He
mhm,
the way they twisted it was that he called all of his audience racist and called all of his audience like all this crazy shit. They twisted the
Right.
article around. Nobody gives a fuck anymore if you're a veteran. He's a veteran. He spent a couple tours serving in Afghanistan using an
Mhm.
AR as basically his only thing for survival. And people don't give a shit about that anymore. People
Yeah.
don't care. They don't give a
Yeah.
fuck what you say. They consider they'll label you nothing sacred anymore.
Well,
Nothing in
no,
this
that's not
world
true.
means
The
what it
the
used to
the
be.
opinion of fucking blue hair she-he's and he-he's, that it matters. You know, the only people with rights, actually, the only people with rights anymore are gay people.
Gay people don't have rights anymore.
No, but
What are
they're the
you
only people
talking
with rights.
about?
They're the only dude. They have their own
No,
flag. They
no.
have
Did
their
you
own
not hear
flag.
Tim Dillon talk about this? Tim Dillon is a popular comic and he's gay. He talks about it doesn't matter if you're gay anymore. Gay doesn't exist. And Joe Rogan said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Imagine a grandfather talking to his grandkid saying, 'Well, it was so hard for me to come out of the closet.'" The kid just goes, "Do you know how hard it is to be a pansexual witch?" The kid has a different
Okay,
experience. It's
that's
completely
true.
elevated to a different thing. There was a lesbian event, an event that was filled with nothing but lesbians, and a transgender guy went in there and said, "I am a lesbian. I identify as lesbian." That's perfect. We accept you. We accept everybody. But our thing is we don't like
I know.
penises. And then he goes, "Doesn't matter. He was trying to fuck the lesbians, and the lesbians got in trouble." That's the thing, is that there's nothing anymore.
No,
You
I'm
doesn't
saying but it's insane. It's just complete insanity. It's hilarious. I
and it
love it.
does. I
It's
don't care
insanity.
what you want to be. I'm pretty sure you're in the same boat as me. You can be whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. But when
Yep.
you start trying to look for attention that way, and when you start trying to change people that don't agree with whatever you say, then you start being an authoritative figure. And that's where the problem is. Nobody should have authority over another person. The only person you should have authority over is in your own life. And that's
But
my
the bottom
issue.
line is nobody's agenda should be pushed on anybody else. You know what I mean? If you want to be gay and wear drag queen and do this and that, that's fine. I'm cool. I don't give a shit. They're super fucking entertaining, a lot of them. But to say if you're not doing that, you're wrong, or to like push it on children. Again, like I said, I mean, I'm a Christian. I don't need my shit pushed on anybody. I don't need my beliefs put. I wouldn't want them to be. You know, if they said to me right now, "Hey, we can make everybody in your apartment complex to believe exactly how you believe with a flick of this button," do you want to do it? I'd say no. But I know the other side would say yes. And that's what's so fucked up.
I just look at it like it's just a way to
Am I
get.
wrong? Wait, am I wrong?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't want everyone to believe what I love people being individuals and different. You know what I mean? I like
That's
that.
what brings us together more is our differences. But the weird part
Yeah.
is that there's another force that's sparking up animosity between people. There's literally an Central Intelligence Agency in Russia, a Russian troll farm that just creates fake accounts online and sparks up animosity. It's a way to get a country to destroy
Mhm.
itself. What are we doing right now with each other? We are destroying each other on the factor of you're not wearing a mask or this person's does is wearing a mask. There's all these concepts and all these things that are going on. You don't realize the bigger picture. Something they're doing, you see them slip up, the government. You say this, okay, then we'll give this person rights, or we'll give this person rights, or we'll give this person rights. That's not even what you're fighting for, but they're giving you something you want. And then they're going back to the thing that they were doing before. Why is it that with the government shit, which really fucking upsets me, is that nobody is seeing the major plays. This is all a long haul for chess. They're doing small moves, small little things during the Black Lives Matter protest. Nobody talks about how there were just pallets of bricks that were just sitting around the whole place. Now, I don't know about you. I've never worked construction, but that's a thing that can easily be picked up
Yeah,
and
in every
stolen.
major city, in all the city too. Yeah, it's not just one place, but like every major city, they had the same fucking bricks.
So those are called agent provocateurs. Why is it that after the Capitol Hill riot, there's now 4 cops that have all died from suicide?
Right. No, I know.
Is it weird that my thought and my brain that goes into my head starts to go, maybe the federal government or whoever came up to those cops and said, if you kill yourself, we'll make sure your family never has to suffer for any bills. Now I understand that your life matters 100%, but your family is more important than your child. You want them to grow up and in this hatred, have bricks thrown at them because their dad was a part of that. So if you just end it, the whole thing goes away and your family will be taken care of. Is
Yeah,
that
I
out
mean,
of
I
the
don't know
realm
if
of possibility for our
oh no,
government to do that?
I don't think anything's out of the realm, but it's also not out of the realm for them to just off them too, take care of them themselves. You know, like that's what's even more sinister.
That's the thing, is they don't care about the. It took till 2019 to get benefits so the people that were in the 9/11, the first responders, all the survivors never had to suffer. That was in 2019 by Jimmy Stewart or whoever that guy is. that everyone fucking makes fun of, or people make fun of on the left, or whatever you want to call it, the people that are anti-lab theory, they make fun of him, and he did that. He got them their benefits that they should have gotten a long time ago, and it took that long to be able to do so. They don't care about the problem. They could easily make it go away with $1 million. The homeless thing, the homeless issue, there's $11 billion. No, well, there's way more than that. 11 trillion something dollars that gets put into that whole homeless fund. But you know how much those people get paid to help those homeless people out and make sure that they're not homeless anymore? Can you guess?
I have no idea.
$200,000 a year. So what they do is they clean the homeless person's tent and they clean the homeless person's heroin spoon. So they go back to doing the drugs in now a cleaner environment until it gets shitty again. You're not incentivizing them to fix the problem. I have psychologist friends that go, my goal in life is to make sure I'm out of the job. Why? That means mental health is gone. But the world is never going to work like that because you're not fixing the core issues of what's causing mental health. You realize how fucking weird this system is? And why do I feel like I'm smoking crack when I question this shit? People go, you're crazy talk. How is that crazy? How is that nuts? Looking at so many things that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. There's 850,000 or $850 million that got lost. Blasio's wife's like, I don't know where it went. Where the fuck you mean you don't know where $850 million is? 3.3 no, $6.3 trillion that went to the Pentagon that's they don't have receipts for. Why is there just
Well,
a bunch of money
I don't know
getting
if you
thrown
saw
around?
that. I shared my friend's article or post on Facebook where he's like, this is how many people died just in last year. 5 million people died from hunger. Like, what if you had taken that money, which is quadzillion times more than the fucking people deaths from COVID? What if you took that money that you're doing with vaccines and all this bullshit and put it toward world hunger? Like, I mean, could you imagine? Like, or actually, or toward homeless people, billions. Like, let's take the Pfizer's fucking profit, just the profit in 2021, which is not even like 8 months into the year, and see what their profit is. Let's take that and put it toward a real cause. Well, it'll never happen.
Have you looked at the stock for Pfizer, Moderna, and all
No, I
those?
couldn't even imagine.
They're like $500 for like a share right now.
Oh, I can
So
imagine.
back in the beginning when COVID first started, they were
Mhm.
like before it even started, there was nothing, and then there's the giant spike and then a giant drop. After I guess
Mhm.
there's a long time of nobody getting it. And now we're seeing the spike happen again because now they're talking about there's a Delta variant. There's all this other types of
Well,
shit.
so again, but
Lambada.
again, you can watch the news and realize that there's no way to measure a variant. They just know that that's complete horseshit. And it's just so crazy. They're telling you, the doctors are there. We cannot measure. We don't when we it's either positive yes or no. It's just like taking a pregnancy test and saying, "No, you have a boy." It don't work that way. And I'm not saying that it can't be detected, but it definitely can't be detected by a test like that, like the original test. And but again, all this information's out there, and it's just like the people. I'm still battling. Going, do the people who want to do other actual people are afraid of it, or do they want to be afraid of it so they can stay home from work and not have to work? And
It's probably a
you know,
mixture of both of it.
you know, yeah, it's really weird. But again, it goes back to my thing. Why do people? Why it seems so painfully obvious to the point that it gets us to the point that it gets us frustrated, and yet other people can't see it. That's what's so weird to me.
I find it weird the fact that nobody's ever questioning anything. Like there's just people like, yep, that's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it goes. I'm like, when does anything ever face value? When does it always go deeper? Like people, if a person from Korea talks about how America is just becoming just like over there, where they literally were on the point of starvation, that they went to cannibalizing their own children in fear that someone else was going to eat their own kids if they died. That's literally what they got to. They gathered up every single dog and just they went away. I looked up what that was, and it sounds racist, but it's not. It's very, very true.
I know.
They ate all the dogs for food. They
Yeah.
gathered up at went door to door, everybody's house, knocked on it. And if someone that lived in that experience talks about that, talk about seeing a child whose intestines were coming out of his backside because his stomach had literally incaved on itself of starvation, and dogs were just waiting for him. Flies were going around his intestines, and she felt no pain because of that. And then she comes to this country and says it's the starting of what happened over there. Do you not look at that like that's a little bit of a fear? That's someone
And
who
yeah,
doesn't even understand our
don't you
conflicts.
want like wouldn't you want that like billboard posted on like in the every day? That should be playing every day in the news, but it will never be shown because it doesn't go with the net. Again, the only thing encouraging to me with this whole thing is because I've been saying this was going to happen since, or I've been thinking that some a version of this is going to happen since I'm 12 years old. And, and like I said, I'm 45 now. So it's been a long time coming. and there's been times where I'm like, I think I was wrong, like, in my 20s or even in my 30s, or well, maybe this, no, that ain't it. This is different. And this is different. This is what I've been, you know, thinking about since I was, not like I'm some crazy kid, but you know what I mean? But I've watched and again, it's simply because everything that's happening right now, this push 2030 agenda and push for one world government has been in the Bible, and it's the one chapter of the Bible, the one book of the Bible that's a big warning sign of things to come. And it's been there, it hasn't changed. And it's telling, again, we're one letter off right now. No masks, no service, no mark, no service. The Bible talks about the mark of the beast, and you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade without this mark. I don't know what this mark is, but it sure sounds a whole lot like a fucking vaccine passport to me. Now, is the vaccine the passport? I don't know. I don't know. But there's just, we're in a very, anyone can tell you, even older people that have been through a lot of shit. I'm like, dude, this is different. I've never seen anything like this. Have you not heard that over and over and over? Well, because I think this is it. I think this is the end times.
You
And,
can't tackle those big problems, though. I just wish people would question more, question the small stuff, question why the Nestle company paid $2.6 million after being charged with child labor endangerment when they're going to other countries and paying them way, way, way below what they should be paying them to gather up chocolate. Child slavery, kids that are 12 years old, 10 years old, bleeding fingers, picking fucking cocoa beans, whatever the fuck it is, to be able to send back over here so you can get your precious fucking Hershey's bar.
don't
They
Olympus, man.
Supreme Court was like, paid $2.3 million and just gone. And it was trending for fucking 2 hours. And then it was gone off to something
Yeah.
else like the baby saying shit or fucking Little Nas getting fucked by Satan. Who gives a fuck about that? Is that your biggest issues? Our biggest issues is what's going on. Here's the thing is, China and Korea have more balls to do it to their own people. America goes to another country and does it over there. But you don't think the battle's not going to come onto the home front when they start doing it to us? You don't think it's not going to happen over here? That's what I want people to question is nobody that, if anybody just looks through your history and checks through any of this government shit that happens, you start to realize, oh shit, like this is the same thing. They're doing it again. No
Yeah.
shit.
No shit. I know. I mean, there's Jewish people that have were alive during the freaking Holocaust. They're like,
You just gotta say Jewish.
uh that are like saying they're coming out on the record and saying this is what it looked like back then. Hitler controlled the media first. He did this, he did that, it's all they're saying, dude, it's history repeating itself, hence why they want to
We're in a
abolish history.
world where Bill Cosby is innocent.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear shit about, oh, that white person got less of a sentence. I don't want to hear shit about that anymore. I just watched Bill Cosby. His first words to the public was, hey, 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 as he's going down out of the jail thing. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
this
saw that.
sick
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. He's fucking insane.
Doesn't matter.
I know, of
They're
course it does.
trying a World War II veteran right now. Not on our side. I think it was on the opposite side, but for war crimes. He's 100 fucking years old. What's the sentence? Oh, you're gonna get life. Well, that's what? That's a
Six.
fucking week.
Yeah, it could be up to 6 days. Yeah.
I'm not nuts by saying any of this shit.
All right. No, I know you're not, because, dude. But that's the thing. Like I said, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. And you're saying all the right answers, but not the real. Like when I say why is it that there's so not you and I? Just forget, take us out of it. Why are there people that I have to say think like us, but to think the way we're saying, or to think in that thing, basically like challenging, creative thinking, quote unquote, what we say is common sense. What is the difference? What happens to one side of the person and what happens to the other? I think it's so crazy. I think it's so crazy that these, two types of individuals literally live in the world, and it's all over, man. It's funny, obviously I lived in Singapore 10 years. I have friends that are, a lot of friends that are Australian, and you have the few that are like, what the fuck is going on? And when I talk to them, they're like saying to me like, oh my God, it's so nice to talk to someone who's not a fucking complete moron. And so it's like, why? Whereas there's some people in Australia, there are people who, like, what is it that's like I said, why do we think the way we think? I don't know.
I Because I've been getting really into this because episode 9/11's coming up. So I've been looking more into the government stuff. Man, Bush did so much to hide. First of all, he didn't want there to be a commission report on 9/11. He said no to it. They ended up making it because it's something so drastic. You got to make something about it. You got to figure out what's going on. Then he appointed someone to run the commission. That dude left a month after saying it was because of personal conflicts.
Mhm.
They asked for $11 million. He said no. They got the $11 million though, and then they asked for an extra 60 days, and he said no. And then there's like so much like why after a week after the towers had gone down, they sold that scrap metal to China a week after it happened instead of the families crying and screaming that we want to do an investigation to figure out what
Oh, dude,
caused
yeah,
all
there's
this.
so much. I watch so
There's
much stuff
it's
about it.
so
It's
much
like,
fuckery, but it goes away. That's the thing is you
of
can't let
course.
them you
And you,
can't let
again, like I said, you can't find it on the good stuff is all gone off YouTube now.
but you can't let any of this shit go away. People
Oh,
let it go
well,
with
no
time.
shit.
You
No
have to
shit.
focus in on a lot of this shit or you're gonna fucking they're just gonna get away with the worst shit and they're gonna keep fucking doing it because they can. You have to stand your ground a bit and say something about this. If you sit there with your head in the fucking sand and say no, that's a conspiracy, look it the fuck up because it's real shit and it's very very scary about what's going on right now. And if you think that it's not going to end up going a certain way, it's going to 100% go that way.
I agree. I agree. But the problem is, I think the no, but the I think the real frustrating part, at least for me, and tell me if it applies to you. I think the real frustrating part, the frustration comes from knowing what you think, knowing that you know you're right. And then the ultimate question is, but what the fuck do I do about it?
Yeah.
What can you do about it? And that's the thing. It's like you're a kind of person that you like to be, same like me. We like to be in charge of the things we do. We like to go, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lose weight today. I mean, it's on me. It's on me. It's my and when I fail, it's because I failed. So many people want to blame everything else on other people. Conor McGregor's a perfect example. His last fight, he lost because his leg broke and it's all these other things. And that's why he'll never be the person he was. Because before, when Conor was coming up, he took all of his losses were because of mistakes that he made, and now his losses are because Habib did this, and now Dustin Poirier did this. Nothing on him. The guy it's a wrong mentality. It's changed, and I feel like when we hear and we see and like we're seeing all this stuff transpire around us, but we're like, I have zero. I can't do anything. I think that's why we end up talking about it so much because it's like the only thing we have can do is maybe inform someone to think like the way we think. But it's like you can't fucking do anything. Like they brought the masks back to Nevada, and I hear everyone talking about fuck you, fuck them, fuck your mask. I feel the same way, but like no one's doing anything. And I think that's the most. And when you ask me, what do you want me to do? I don't know either, man. What are you going to do? I don't know. I don't wear a mask. If I walk into a store and they say you have to put a mask on, I leave. I walk out. Now, if I know this is a thing, if everyone did that for 2 days in a row, the mask policy for that store would change because it'd be losing business. But everyone's too big of fucking pussies. So,
Everybody,
well, I
there's
just don't.
literally a trending hashtag called Death to Santis. And that's the Florida guy,
Mm,
the mayor that says, and we're not doing mask or mandatory vaccines.
the
And
governor,
everyone's
yeah.
just lighting his ass up. And I'm like, the only now what you're gonna do is you're gonna pressure people so much that any governor that sees that now is like, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to be a fucking trending hashtag, and they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
fucking go with it.
Maybe, maybe,
And do
maybe,
you notice that the people that go good, those people should be out of a fucking job if they don't get the vaccine? You know who the large percentage of the population is that's not getting a fucking vaccine?
people that are working. Like that's one thing. I don't know. Tell me.
Immigrants. So now
Oh
they're
yeah, yeah,
taking away the jobs from the people that they wanted to get jobs and wanted them to be over here in the first place.
yeah, yeah.
How
Well, dude,
fucking
it's all.
ass backwards is that? What are we
But
doing right now?
again,
Like the world is so crazy. I'm losing my shit. Like hair's falling out.
no, dude, I hate it, man. That's what I said. I don't, dude. I like I said, I will not wear a mask. So as soon as they said that, I was just like, all right, it's Instacart, and if I want to, I guess drive through if I want to get
You're
food
over there
somewhere.
fucking texting Sarah like, God damn it, Robbie fucked me on this podcast again.
No, 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 because I don't ever know. I always assume we're going to talk about something, but like, but it is. I it gets me so fucking angry. I can't even. That's why I'm doing Instacart now. Before last time, I could at least sit. I sat in my car, and my wife would go into the store and go get groceries. Or she was just like, whatever. She's like, I know you hate the fucking mask, but I can't even now go do that because if I'm in my fucking car and I see fucking people putting their mask on, or even worse, when they drive up and they're wearing them still, I'm just like, dude, I want to fucking flip the fuck out. Or when I see the people put them on their children, I want to flip the fuck out. And I'm like, the damage, not only physical, but the psychological damage you're causing that child, because they're going to grow up. They're going to grow up thinking, oh my God, you're dirty. I don't have my mask on. I can be sick. Like, fuck you, man. And yeah, I can't take it, dude. That's why I won't go in anywhere. You tell me to put a mask on. Like the only time, so I'm guilty wearing a mask fucking once. I ordered fucking food from this. There's a little place up the street called Greens and Protein, and they make really nice, like, fucking healthy food. And I made the mistake of paying before I paid it, and then I went to just pick it up as opposed to picking it up and paying for it. But I think it was God saving me, because I'd probably have been in jail, because I walked in my fucking mask. I just had it, whatever. And the woman was holding my bag and was like, can you put your mask on properly? And I was like, my bad. And I took the food. Now, if I didn't pay for that food, I would have, my bad. I would have taken the fucking chicken wrap that I did, and I would have fucking threw it at her fucking face. And I probably would have fucking gotten into a fight and with whoever there and whatever. But so I feel like God spared me. But 100%, I'm not saying that to look a tough guy, because I know that's the wrong thing to do. Don't get me wrong. But I know what I would have done, because the condescending fucking, and she's standing with a fucking fat hand, little fucking fat fingers, holding my bag like, you want your bag? You got to do what I say. I was like, you fat fucking cunt. But I was real fucking
Jesus.
hungry and I was high, so I couldn't do that. And I already paid for it. So I'm like,
I didn't
fuck, I
even
got my
think from it
information.
in that perspective. I just thought it like, oh, she just wanted to police you. But then, yeah, she was holding that bag up in the air just in a way where it was like, hey, she could have left it on the table. Now, here's your bag.
She could have just put it down and said, here you go.
But you won't get it until you do what we
Uh-huh.
are all doing.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's
Exactly.
gatekeeping.
Exactly. Conforming. I'm conforming, and I want you to conform too.
I
And I've
think a
never
lot of
done
these
anything in my
people,
life. That's why I have a fucking vaccine. I'm vaccinated sticker. And I'm looking, look at me. I'm doing the right thing. No, because you finally belong to something, you fucking retard. A group of more retards. That's like saying, oh my God, dude, I finally got accepted into a group of dudes my height. And it's the fucking Oompa Loompas. You're like, oh, dude, so you realize you're a midget. No, I'm not. I'm not. No, if you're hanging out with the fucking Oompa Loompas, chances are you're a fucking midget.
I think it's
So
a bunch of people that have trauma from being made like they're the hall monitors that everyone made fun of and
On
never listened to.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Me and my friend John talked about that. We call them the hall monitors. 100%. Or they weren't even, they were too shy to be the hall monitors. And they look on, they're like, I wish I was doing that. I wish I could tell people, can I see your pass? Do you have a lab pass? Oh yeah, it's right here. Let me get it for you. Here you go. Here's your fucking lab pass. Here's your fucking mask. Here's your fucking vaccine. Here's all your fucking, here's your blue hair. Here's everything. Fuck everybody. That's it. We should end on that. It's exactly 2 hours.
Is that what you were waiting on? 2 hours?
No, I looked down. I was like, oh shit, it's fucking 1 o'clock. Oh, for me, it was 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock here.
That's late. It's like nighttime for you. It's like
Yeah.
the evening.
We've only been talking for an hour and 56, 44. We're probably 4 minutes into that, so about an hour 50 almost.
There we go.
You want to go for another hour? We're supposed to
Fuck
podcast at 3.
no.
You know we were gonna go till 5 then.
No way. No. If honestly, actually, I would. I concur. I have to. Like I said, I have that meeting today, so I got to get ready. I got to get some notes and stuff together. For it. So
So let's chat for another hour.
fuck that,
Are you gonna make your training people wear masks?
dude. No, hey,
You
no.
condescending person.
No. Did you know I did, dude? It's been 2 hours. I had no one pee break. That's the first time I've ever done that.
Go pee so I can pause it like we used to.
No, I don't have to pee even.
All right. Well,
I don't
hopefully I'll
have to
get you
pee.
on again before. I don't know what you've been.
Yeah, no. To be totally honest, man, like like I said, I got that job, and it's interesting because when I took that job initially, it was only supposed to be, I thought I'd be working part time, and I end up, hitting it off with the dude and the two dudes that work there, and we literally, since I got there, they said it never really happens until like Black Friday or Halloween, because of the nature. The most of the stuff we do is like horror kind of stuff, horror genre stuff. But we got hit with like 3 back-to-back massive orders, like huge, like 2,000 shirt orders, like back to back to back. And so I was when I first started, I was doing noon to 6, and then I started doing 11 to 9. So I was just doing 10-hour days every day. And I was usually off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And because of because even me picking up the extra hours, we were still like falling back behind. That was just those bulk orders. Now we have the main shop orders, and there's different regular customers that do like 25 pieces to 100 pieces. And so we were just falling behind and behind. And every Monday that I was like, okay, I'm going to be off, he was like, hey man, like, could you come in? And I was like, and like I said, I appreciate the guy because he gave me an opportunity to work and I still don't have to wear a mask to work, thank goodness. But he gave me an opportunity. So I'm that kind of person. So, he gave me an opportunity to have money and help pay my rent and, feel like a fucking person. So, and then that money obviously helped me, buy this personal trainer thing. So, yeah, it's good, man. It's good. So, I appreciate that stuff, but we're really ahead and everything like that. So, as long as it stays like this, I'm free on Mondays. So
You heard it here, folks. Jason Latona. He's loyal. He's trusty. He's apparently not going to suck any dicks for any amount of money.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Come on now.
Keep keep your wallets and your bank accounts open, people.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. There might be a
Anything.
dick. There might be a good looking dick out there. I'm like, dude, fuck, that's a nice one. I was like $50 maybe on that one, But you have a guy like a shitty dick, and I'd be like, ooh, dude, now that. You ever think
Brad,
about that? Like, if you're like,
no,
if I was gonna suck a
no,
dick,
I
do I want to
haven't. I
suck a big
haven't.
dick or a
I
small
haven't
dick?
thought of it once. It hasn't crossed my mind.
You're a faggy, dude. You are a fag. You need to
Thank
get mentally ungay and to start thinking about the kind of
I
dicks
have
you'd
family
suck.
member who is gay. I'm not
What the
gay.
fuck
I
does that
just
make you?
oh god damn it.
You're just no connoisseur of penis. That's all you are.
I don't want to suck a dick. Is that okay?
I don't either. I'm just saying I just
I'm
like this
just
whole
saying.
COVID thing. I'm like, I want to be prepared. I want to be prepared if that time
That's when you
if
need a
they're like
mask to
when they
stop the
go, hey,
incoming
no,
dicks.
when they go like you gotta either live in the woods or get a vaccine, I gotta think like, fuck, what do I really want to do? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live in the woods and I don't want to get a vaccine, but there's a real good fucking chance that I'm gonna have to make that decision. So again, if I had to ever
Start your
come
own
to the thing
community
and they're
like the
like,
Amish.
you know what I wanted to do? Actually, I thought about that too. Do not fucking suck me into a long conversation. We'll talk about this thing. I thought about doing a community like that. Like, hey, why don't everyone who fucking thinks the
I'm
same
getting
way,
that
we'll all
extra
think that
hour.
way, and we'll call it Sweet Haven, and like from Popeye,
It's a good idea.
you call it.
The Amish don't wear masks either, so you're good there.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you call it Sweet Haven, dude, and I'll just walk around as like the fucking founding member with my big forearms.
You would be a god amongst Amish people. You walk over there, like, this is what we call a cell phone. They're like, oh, he's got magic buttons on his cellular
Oh, I
device.
thought you meant because I have big forearms and a decent beard. That's I didn't know you because
No, I
I
just
know
you
about
just be a god
technology.
amongst people.
No, but Sweet Haven, dude, you come there and there's like it's fucking cool. There's no mask and you don't have to wear vaccines and there's like gyms and shit.
I don't know how you wear a vaccine. They put that inside of you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Is there anything you want to end on to the people?
Fuck everyone.
It's a terrible way to end it.
I know. I'm funny.
Just
Someone's finally
believe.
talking sense on the TV.